Hey now. Hey now. Did you just take off the emote only?
No.
Oh, okay. Because I saw it was there and then suddenly it wasn't.
Maybe it goes off automatically when you go live.
It doesn't do that always, though. Because a lot of times I have to do it myself. Did you put it on or did I put it on? Like, I don't know, actually.
You must have, because I took a nap.
I didn't do it then. I must have forgotten. No. I get used to you doing it.
Yeah.
Alright, so it just... Oh, there's Jesse. Jesse!
Yo.
Alright. Alice, I'm going to ask if you can do something to be a little louder because I have you maxed out, and I'm trying to get you on a level that's similar to Jesse.
Hello.
Oh, that's it right there. Yeah. Awesome.
I adjust my mic.
There you go.
That's the ticket.
It was proxy. We're already live, by the way, Jesse, just so you know.
Hello, world.
We're just on the starting soon screen. And I'm about to just, spam my links everywhere like I do. Facebook. So it's just us talking, and I got some lo-fi hip-hop playing, and I said lo-fi hip-hop, not EDM.
Eat dicks, man.
It's just, it's like, no, nothing like eat dicks, man. It's just relaxing, slow beats that you could chill to.
And study too.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what it says, too. It's that, 24/7 live stream.
With the
on
girl
YouTube.
on the desk.
Yeah, she's like writing homework or whatever. Yeah, that's the exact one I'm using.
It's cool.
It's a great station on YouTube that you could use, and it's all free, copyright-free stuff. I use it for like if I do like a tier maker video or something,
Yeah, those are always fun.
How's it going, Jesse?
Not bad. Not bad. Just middle of the week, so count the days.
We're still reeling from the events of Better Call Saul this week.
Was there some big stuff going on that show?
Yes.
Oh yeah, big time. And we watched it last night, me and Alice and EB, and we're just still stunned. And now we have to wait until July 11th for the next episode.
Woo,
Yeah.
man.
There's only 6 left, so I think they're all going to be whammers. Look at the size of that whammer.
I need to tell you for it. It's happened.
So, I don't think, Jesse, you don't know Alice. This is Alice. Well, actually, you do know Alice, but not under this name. Do you remember William Stone?
Yes.
Same person.
Cool. Hello, Alice.
So sometimes it's Alice, sometimes it's William, but right now it's Alice.
I'll alert you if
all right.
anything changes.
Yep. We'll probably just see if anything changes. We'll probably just see your name on Discord. But yeah.
Yeah.
But I think we've never had you two in a voice chat together.
We're here now.
I thought you were gonna say like we're here, we're queer, get used to it for a moment, just like a half a second. I thought you were gonna say.
We got beer. Get used to it.
There you go.
I mean, that's another room.
Beer. Let me do my Discord posts real quick. Oh, actually, let me make sure the people I'm spamming aren't live. And then we're gonna critique some lists. Okay, Kitty's live, so I'll avoid doing that one. Hey, Barrel! Baba Booey, Howard Stern's penis.
Hey, Barrel. What's up?
Baba Booey. And do you guys have the chat open, or?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So it's always good for you guys to be able to keep half an eye on it to reply to things.
This is where Jesse becomes hip hop.
Are Jesse?
So,
Jesse, are you going to become hip hop?
I'm a hip hop, bruh.
You become hip hop, yo, bitch.
Bitch.
Oh, nice. Barrel's finishing up Sly Cooper 3, so there you go.
don't tell Google.
No, he said finishing up, not finishing off.
Hey.
Alice has been really savage lately. with the Moogle barbs. It's been crazy.
Hey, as long as he's a good sport about it.
Yeah, Moogle's an excellent sport about it. You couldn't ask for somebody better to insult.
It's a video you don't insult.
Yeah, if you're nice to him, he takes it weird.
Excuse me, was that a compliment?
How dare you? How dare you?
It's like Bender needs beer to be sober.
You see, I'm glad I'm on Alice's good side. I'll just put it that way, because I've seen what happens. Not just the Moogle thing, but I've seen on Twitter what happens when you're on Alice's bad side.
And then
You get
I'm
roasted?
done.
What were you saying,
I'm
Jesse?
done with you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're hella done. What were you saying, Jesse?
Oh, I just said if you get on his Alice's bad side, you get roasted.
Yeah, but it's not. It's like, somebody was saying, like, when it came up on the Discord, like, oh my god, that's scorched Earth. And I said, that's not scorched Earth. That's like that one episode of Star Trek where the whole planet's atmosphere just yeets itself into space. What up, Moogle? The one. And you know the one I'm talking about, right? Or they're like, we have to save the planet, and Captain Picard's like, but what about the Prime Directive? And they have a whole moral quandary.
So almost any episode, really.
Yeah, pretty much. But this one was kind of hardcore because you
Yeah.
see the planet just fucking go inert, and then the one guy reveals that he teleported everybody onto the ship. So, and it's like, well, I can't be mad at you because you saved thousands of lives, but god damn it, you're gonna get me in so much trouble. Ugh. And Alice sent me a wonderful gift the other day. That's the opposite side of Alice, right? Where instead of yeeting the atmosphere, you get records in the mail.
What record?
I got Syd Barrett's second solo album. The 40th anniversary edition of Permanent Waves. And a really nice Pink Floyd single that came with a CD and a DVD as well.
Oh, that's just a feather in your cap for that day.
Yeah, right? Well, I mean, kudos to Alice, right?
You're a good person.
Definitely.
I tried.
That's it. That's all you have to do is really try. If somebody's not a good person, they're just not trying, right?
I mean, can you try to be a good person and somehow end up being a bad person?
Sometimes. Like, you have good
Yeah,
intentions. But do that wrong.
I've seen that movie Falling Down.
Oh, man.
And Michael Douglas at the end's like, wait a minute, I'm the bad guy? He's like, yeah.
Yeah, having a bad day.
Yeah. He was having a bad more than a day, because, like...
He was having a bad him.
Yeah, exactly. It was a good movie, though. But it was
Watch it one day.
shocking and disturbing how many people identified with him and thought he was supposed to be the hero of the story.
Ugh.
Yeah.
You
No.
should watch it one day.
Yeah, excellent movie. We should watch it. Last time I watched it, it was on June's old live stream, back when livestream.com was a thing. And the funny thing is, like, June would put on, like, music as they're setting up. So they, Iron Maiden had done a song about falling down. That was playing right before the movie. That was kind of cool.
Hey, nice little symmetry there.
Yeah. So we've got a great show planned today. We have, of course, we'll do Pleated Jeans. I have actually a bunch of lists for Pleated Jeans today, actually, that I will do, and then I will turn it over to Alice because Alice has brought a guest list, and we haven't officially started yet, Alice. But will you tell us the title of the list that you're going to be reading to us?
Top 5 GameCube games.
Ooh,
Top
opinions.
5.
Yeah, narrowing it down to 5 is wow. Opinions. Wow. Okay. Now, is this your list or did you find it?
It's my list.
Oh, wow. Are there any hot takes?
It could be to some people.
Well, yeah, anything's a hot take to some people, right?
All 5 are Ikaruga.
That is one of them.
Wait, hey, spoilers. I have Ikaruga. That's a great game.
Awesome.
I have it on Steam though now, so.
Well, actually, it's not one. It's not exclusive. I didn't count non-exclusives.
Well, no, I mean it was on Dreamcast before that anyway,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, but
It's not.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, it's great to be able to just fire up Steam and not have to dust off the Wii and,
yeah.
Yeah. You just sit at your computer.
Yeah, exactly. Dust off the Wii, find a television.
There's one of those these.
One of those big TVs with the fat back.
Yeah,
One of
with
those
fat
fine
ass.
Remember when televisions were thick with 3 C's?
One of those fell on my head once on
Oh.
Staples.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you drop a television on yourself now, it's like, ow, damn it. If you did it back then, you probably died.
Yeah,
Hey,
now the
Google
TV
members.
I remember. Remember CRTs? I remember. I don't miss
Oh, yeah.
dealing with CRTs.
They're so heavy.
Yeah. No, yeah, that just moving it around. It, like, even like a small computer monitor weighed like, approximately half a ton.
And they were so loud, that buzzing they made.
Oh yeah, and then like the back would get like all dusty and it would smell like ozone and you had to like clean it off and you'd get like a fucking electric shock from doing that.
Fun times.
Yeah.
And they looked like shit.
Yeah, they weren't aesthetically pleasing at all. It's a
No, like actual quality of the image.
well, that too. Yeah. I mean, they did have pretty bold colors. That's the one thing that I can say for CRTs. When the flat screens came out, the colors were a little washed at first. It took a little while for the colors on a flat screen to look right.
Like now we have like millions of colors.
Oh yeah.
I remember the last game I played on a CRT was Super Paper Mario, and then it died.
Tragic.
Okay, the last game that I played on a CRT, wow, I don't know. I really don't know. It might have been like another playthrough of like Dragon Age or something, like I really don't know. I couldn't tell you.
I think mine was Melee.
Melee, no, yeah. Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you what it was. I honestly have no idea. It was probably something on Xbox 360. It probably was.
I got rid of it recently, I bet. I saw my original 360. It was busted.
Yeah. See, Barrel only
red
switched.
ring.
Barrel only switched to flat screen 4 years ago or so.
Wow.
Yeah. That is super late, but hey, you got, isn't it much easier, like, if you need to move it, you don't need a forklift and a crew? You know what I mean?
Pick the damn thing up with one hand. Whoop.
Yeah.
Sure.
Trying to move a CRT monitor is what killed my Dreamcast, because I dropped the thing.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Well, let's be honest. What was on the Dreamcast that you can't get elsewhere now?
It's like
Yeah,
what's that?
true.
Oh, it's just-
I wasn't using it for games. I had emulators loaded on too. I was playing like Super Nintendo games on it. So
It did have the
Bias.
best version of Marvel vs. Capcom 2, though.
other
Yeah.
than arcade.
well, I mean now, yeah. I mean you could just fire up Null DC Naomi or something,
yeah.
and play the arcade version or
Yeah, true.
which is probably what I'll have to do when I go through like the Capcom games from Meaty Mondays.
I'm looking forward to when you do Tatsunoko vs. Capcom. Underrated.
Love
that
Tatsunoko
game-
versus
I
Capcom.
want to play that, but it wouldn't work on my Wii for the longest time.
Really?
Oh.
There was an arcade version, but I don't think it's easily emulated. Actually, there were 2 arcade versions.
Well, it's like just randomly it started working one day though.
Oh, that's cool.
Hey.
I had that happen with Muramasa. It was like not working, and I brought it back to the store, and I was like, this doesn't work. And they tried it in their Wii, and it worked. And I was like, huh. Well, and I brought it home, and it worked.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it worked. That's all that matters, and I got a lot of fun out of it, even though I did like the Vita version better, but, it is what it is. Okay, guys, well, we're going to get started. I'm not going to bother playing the stream intro. We're going to head over to this screen here, the List Critics Remastered Episode 4. With me A New Hope, yes. With me, as always, is my faithful co-host, Jesse Fulling, a.k.a. Armageddon Time. Say hi, Jesse. Anytime now.
Hi.
Yeah, there we go. Like, I don't know. Yeah. And our special guest host for the month is Alice Sun. Say hi, Alice.
Hi, Alice.
Ow, snarf, 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 snarf. Okay, well, and we start as we typically do with 20 somewhat. I have no idea how many Tumblr Gets Deeps we have here. Where is it? Hold on a second. I had it open.
It went too deep.
It went so deep, put her ass to sleep. Maybe it's in my recently closed tabs. What is this? I had Tumblr. All right, let me find it. I am sorry, guys. I thought I was prepared. I definitely had it up earlier.
Looks like he has to dig deep before we
Oh,
go
god
deep,
damn it.
huh?
No, stop. No. Ugh. Pleated Jeans is... I gotta have to bring it back up, but I'll just mute the tab. Pleated Jeans is doing this thing where it starts, like, playing the random, like, embedded videos automatically.
I hate that shit.
Oh. Alright, mute. Okay, there we go. I don't get copyrighted by Pleated Jeans bullshit. Okay, I got it. Here we go. It says 20 plus, but let's see. Let me scroll down and see how many it is this time. Is it going to be 25? It's 23 apparently this time.
Well, they're right. 20 plus.
Yeah. Hey, Let Your Heart Fly. How's it going? Right as that person walked in, it was me saying, "So deep, put her ass to sleep."
Yeah.
Perfect.
What was that thing that I was saying right when EB came in, and I was like, I realized out of context that was filthy.
I don't remember exactly.
Something about stripped. I was like, stripped, and I couldn't get it up, or something like that, and it was referring to, oh, I couldn't get it off, it was stripped, I said. It was stripped, and I couldn't get it off, and it was like, EB joined right as I said stripped, so the first thing I heard was stripped, and I couldn't get it off. I was talking about garden hose attachment.
That's it.
Sure.
Not, these nuts. All right, here we go. 23 instances of Tumblr getting deek. A deek?
Deek.
Brought to you by Deek. Deep. All right. Number 1, Loki Lou says, I hate all these too edgy for me theories about kid shows, like Angelica dreaming up the Rugrats, or the Ed, and Eddie children being ghosts, or literally anything that takes a lighthearted and fun kid show and has to turn it into some tragic tale of rape or murder or misinformed mental illness. So you know what? From now on, I'm going to do the exact opposite. Every cool, grim, dark show is now because of a bunch of children. To get us started, Game of Thrones is a middle school D&D campaign with the most angry, vindictive DM who has promised to kill everyone's player characters and their family by the end.
That's clever.
Yeah. And then Dread Werewolf says, The Walking Dead is actually a bunch of kids playing zombie apocalypse in their neighborhood, and every time someone dies, it's because their parents called them home for supper. And then Leave Lies to the Liar says, Breaking Bad is actually just a fanfic the students in Mr. White's class write about him. Because no one has any idea what he does with his free time, and the running jokes about it got wildly out of hand.
Jesse started it.
Yeah.
All plausible.
Yeah, I bet you Mr. White's a drug kingpin.
You know, I heard, like, that's how
I heard, he killed the guy.
It is like out of novels.
Because you come up with, like, the most outrageous thing to say about this milquetoast asshole, right?
That's Jesse's graphic novel.
All right, number 2, Rare says, My boyfriend talks in his sleep, and I wish it were just cute gibberish, but instead it's terrifying. So far he has grabbed me by the shoulder and put his hand over my mouth at 3 a.m. and pointed to the wall whispering, Do you see it? The barbed wire. Woken me up and muttered, He's here, while staring at my bedroom door. Rolled over last night and said, You don't know what's out there, you don't know what's in the swamp. He has taken 20 years off my life. On a less terrifying note, he once kissed me really gently and then said, Have a great day at work, baby, and pushed me onto the floor at 2 a.m. and then immediately wrapped himself in all the covers. The pushing her out of the bed is what makes it funny.
That's great.
And the covers.
Fantastic. All right, number 3, TIL that. Today I learned that says, Today I learned that while in Sharon Springs, Theodore Roosevelt was approached by a 12-year-old girl who asked if he would like to have a badger. Expecting to humor her, he agreed, and the girl came back with a 2-week-old badger. President Roosevelt named him Josiah, and he became one of the presidential pets. And then Edgar Allan Bro replies with pictures of him and his kid with the giant fucking badger. And let's see, Dragon whatever the fuck says, okay then, I like this. And then Ripple and Weed says, Yo, you want a badger? Yeah, sure, kid, shit's cool.
Here, have a badger. the presidential badger.
Yeah, I mean, these days,
Congress.
the poor kid would get tackled by the Secret Service.
Brother badger at Congress.
There you go. Put badgers in all their pants. All right, number 4, Cowboy Dan says, Combine your Chinese zodiac and astrology sign to make your true fursona. Oh, God. And then Eternally a Dreamer says, I still hate this post so much. I'm an ox and a Taurus. I'm a bull. I'm so fucking annoyed. Oh my god.
A bull.
That's a load of bull.
Double load.
Yeah. Let's see. Number 5, Burn For You posts, oh god, a picture of the Hulk and a picture of the She-Hulk, from the new series that's coming out. And it says, World of Warcraft character creation screen. And then When Cartoons Rule the World says, Shrek if it fucking sucked. Okay.
If it fucking sucked?
It kind of already did, to be honest. I'm over Shrek. I did not like Shrek. Number 6, Writing Prompt says, in the afterlife, souls can see how many living people still know you once existed. You, who had lived a fairly normal life, finally saw the count drop to 0 just 200 years after your death. 500 years later, 95% of the Earth's total population suddenly knows about you. It's a hell of a writing prompt. Another Hawk writes, and they all know I sold really, really shitty copper. And Nehiro says, I laughed unreasonably hard over this. And I agree with Barrel. The She-Hulk, not the movie, but the She-Hulk series does look amusing. And I will definitely want to check that out. Number 7, Michaela Bain says, stop casting famous people for romance movies. And then Michaela Baines writes, stop casting famous people in movies. And then Kaisen says, stop casting for movies. Let it be randomly selected like jury service. Sorry, can't legally come to work today. I'm the new Batman.
Oh, dude.
That's a great way to get out of work, right? I'm not coming in today, boss. Why? I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
But each scene is someone different.
Yeah, oh, that would be funny. Number 8, Frost Nozzle writes, there is a plausible theory that no IKEA employee has ever actually applied for the position. Instead, they were all once merely customers looking to buy reasonably priced furniture, but they got lost in the store, unable to find an exit. Yo, this is real, though. Each night after close, smartly dressed office people sweep the aisles for poor, aimless souls. They tenderly dry their tears, hand them a shirt, and whisper, welcome aboard.
That's a little unnerving.
Yeah. And then Wigglebox writes, 5 nights at IKEA.
Oh, God.
No.
I mean, Barrel says, as a Swede, this is accurate. As a person who's been inside an IKEA, it's accurate.
I've never been to one, so I can't say.
I've been in the biggest IKEA in Canada, and let me tell you, it's like 5 floors high and never ending.
It's very
scary.
easy to get lost because instead of it just being you go into the store and then you can kind of just like go wherever you want to look at like different departments, there's actually a path that is approximately 1,000,000 miles long that winds through the entire store, and it's like it's a one-way, like you're basically just, it's like a tower defense game that you have to go through the whole path to get out of there.
Like a maze.
Yeah. There's one path through IKEA.
And one path out.
And if you really need to leave, you have to like kind of think like, am I more than halfway or less than halfway? Like, do I turn around or do I keep going, you know?
It's like a Skyrim dungeon.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no.
You can't make a beeline for the door because it's just impossible the way it's set up. All right, number 9, Juice Does Things says, I told my girlfriend that I was having an episode earlier, and she replied, is it the beach episode? And it and it shocked me so much that it grounded me immediately. That's fantastic. Is it the beach episode?
What a very special episode.
Is it a very special episode? Is it a bottle episode? Tell us what kind of episode it is. Number 10, Really, Really, Really Trying says, cunningly avoiding tooth decay by going to bed with a single square of chocolate on my tongue for the bacteria to snack on instead of my teeth.
Ah!
And then Lasers in Paradox writes, fun fact, the bacteria in your mouth don't eat your enamel, they only eat sugars and such. The stuff that eats your enamel is the byproduct produced by the digestive process of the bacteria. In other words, the thing that causes tooth decay is the bacteria's equivalent of shit, not the bacteria themselves.
Gross. Kind of wish I didn't know that.
Yeah, right. And then Tumbling Over Stars writes, cunningly avoiding tooth decay by going to bed with a single piece of toilet paper on my tongue for the bacteria to wipe their ass on instead of my teeth.
Genius. Big brain thinking.
Modern problems require modern solutions. All right, number 11, Time Machine, writes, didn't anticipate one of the bonuses of going to a drag show in a smaller, more conservative town would be getting to see a bro who clearly wandered into the wrong part of the bar by mistake experience what looked to be a transcendent awakening upon seeing his first drag show. So
The world's opening up.
Yeah, right. And then it's the same person. On the one of the queens halfway through the show, honey, are you straight? This man in a strangled voice, I don't know. All right,
Real.
Number 12, there's no name on this one, but this person posts a screenshot from what looks like the world's shittiest Harry Potter game.
So all of them.
And says, I let my kids name my Harry Potter character Curse Baby, and now I feel like I'm in a very uncomfortable relationship with Snape. So in the screenshot, a character, Professor Snape, is saying, pay attention, baby. I don't want to see you lose focus for even 1 second.
No.
I feel like we should send that to J.K. Rowling just to make her uncomfortable, though.
Tell her they're trans.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't take much to get her uncomfortable now, huh?
Oh my god. I love how, like, she went from sucking Stephen King's dick 1 second to blocking him the next.
Oh.
He didn't even say anything to her.
Really?
No. It was something like she was like just praising him for being wonderful and how she's always looked up to him and everything and this and that, right? And then somebody else on Twitter asks him, like, hey, Steven, are trans women women? And he says, yes, of course. And then she was like, and blocked him.
Oh, boy. Man, what a hill to die on.
I know, right? Good God.
She's dead.
She went from, like, loving him to hating him in half a fucking second. All right, number 13, Jolly Traveler says, people will swim in the ocean even though there are definitely many corpses in it. People will not swim in a pool with a corpse in it. Humans all have a corpse-to-water ratio that is acceptable for them to swim in.
I wonder where the line is then.
Well, that's what the next person tells you exactly where the line is. The berserking blacksmith says, it's called being able to see the corpse.
Yeah, so proximity.
Yeah.
Another number.
Yeah. And then Loki Pagan says, so if I put you in an L-shaped swimming pool and you knew there was a corpse around the corner, you'd be fine? And M. Wagnito says, knowing the implication that I'm a little animal and you're a scientist putting me into various bodies of water to test my corpse-to-water ratio tolerance. Yeah.
Maybe it's more of a corpse proximity thing, like, depending on how close, if you can see, like, even if they're a little dot and you know it's a corpse, you're out.
Yeah, it makes sense to me. All right, number 14, Mia Anthe says, ancient Roman meme discovered. I hate this so much. And keep in mind, they're doing this in Arabic numerals, not Roman numerals. You kind of have to think about it. So they write a 1, and then next to it a 2, and then below that, on the next row, a 2, and then a 50. It doesn't translate very well. And Arlen Cord writes, get the fuck out. So for those of you who don't get it, that's loss.
Yeah.
The loss meme that everybody's been tired of for quite a while now.
I don't get it.
There was this comic strip that did a comic that was just called Loss. It was about like the guy's wife losing a baby, and it was just really not done all that well because they tried to...
What do you mean you lost the baby?
What do you mean you lost the baby? Go and find it. No, but you know, they were it just became a meme because everybody was making fun of how narmy the comic was, you know. All right, number 15. There's a picture. Robot struck and killed by self-driving Tesla in Las Vegas at CES.
Unsurprising.
And there's a picture of it. How could you kill a robot? And then Sony PlayStation, I just want to repeat that again. Sony PlayStation writes, is it beef? I don't quite get that, but all right. And then Charles Oberon says, we were so worried about the robots waging war on us, we didn't even consider them waging war on each other. I guess, is it, did they got a beef with each other, I guess is what.
It's an inner turf war.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the next Terminator movie.
Number 16, Shower Thoughts Official says, for most of human history, vehicles had automatic collision avoidance and could even take you home when you were sleeping or drunk. Then we got rid of the horse. And Personable says, "You complete moron, you stupid fucking idiot. Cars would be better if they could bite and shit. That was just, dumbass." And then G Raver says, "Wouldn't it be cool if cars could piss? Wouldn't it be cool if cars could fuck? Fuck off." I love how pressed people are getting about this. Then Mega Pope writes, "It would be cool if cars could fuck." And then Elodie Underglass says, we still have horses. Which is true, right?
But also, people do fuck cars. It's weird,
yeah,
but they do.
Yeah, no, I've seen that. I mean, not that I've seen a person fuck a car, but I've seen a program about a person who fucks cars. Yeah. All right, number 17. So Mr. Spider here posts an anonymous ask that says, "Go, white boy, go." And they say, "You sent me this literally while I was eating a mustard sandwich that has nothing but mustard, so I feel like you knew somehow." And then they post another screenshot of another anonymous ask that says, "Stop, white boy, stop."
Who be eating mustard sandwiches? Come on.
White people, I guess. I don't. And Barrel just says, "I mean, some weirdos fuck horses," which is true, but we didn't feel the necessary pull of going there. You felt like you needed to go there, Barrel, and Moogle for bringing up Mr. Hands. Yeah, Mr. Hands. All right, number 18. What the fuck am I looking at? So this person, it doesn't have the name. It says, "I found in my old Pokemon book. I don't know who I relate to the most." It's got these Team Rocket fuckos standing there. And James says, "Would be clever if we were not stupendously dim-witted. Jesse has a great potential for evil, but is too self-absorbed to use it. And Meowth, this Pokemon has the amazing ability to speak. Unfortunately, nothing it says is worth listening to." And Pokemon Diamond version writes, "Giovanni wrote this." I feel Pikachu wrote that. All right, number 18. This person posts 3 different pictures of fish lures. It says blue glitter, smoke glitter, and sunset. Because they have like the different colors to go with different, weather conditions. And Dog Bosser writes, "Fish aesthetics." And Almighty Bob writes, "Those are lures." And Dog Bosser writes, "I've been fooled. I'm as dumb as a fish."
I got him.
Got him! All right, number 20. Here's a Tiltat, or Today I Learned That. "Today I learned that hard disks are so sensitive to vibration that just screaming at them diminishes their performance." Like people.
Hey.
R Noon Pie writes, oh god, R Noon Pie? Moon Pie must have been taken, so they wrote an R and then an N to look like an M. "Getting screamed at diminishes my performance too. You ain't special." And then sensible reblog if post says, "Reblog if getting screamed at diminishes your performance." And it shows that there have been 143,000 notes on that, so. All right, number 21, The Gun Lady says, "Love the trope where an authoritative side character pointedly pretends not to help the hero they're not supposed to be helping by saying shit like, 'Well, I can't just let you wander around up to the 3rd floor where you could just find the thing you need in the first room on the left, and under no circumstances should you use the key from under the mat. I wish I could help you, but I can't. Now, excuse me, I need to take this phone call for the next 37 minutes exactly.'"
Just lay it all out on the table.
I would like to see that in a comedy where it's like that fucking blunt. All right.
Somebody's probably done it already.
It's possible. It feels like a Seth Rogen type of thing, Like maybe that's in 23 Jump Street or something. I don't know. Number 22. Oh, here's another Today I Learned That. Today I learned that in 1903, the New York Times predicted that building a flying machine would be possible in 1 to 10 million years. By Wanda and Sword writes, "To understand how ridiculous this is, the first successful powered airplane flew the same year, 1903. And then Zipstick writes, "You're understating how ridiculous." And it shows the New York Times article from December 8th, 1903, "Man won't fly for a million years." And then a Google result, "When did the White brothers fly?" December 17th, 1903. It wasn't just the same year, it was 9 days later.
They were off by this much.
Yeah. Can you see the Wright brothers looking at this and like, well, that sounds like a challenge.
To rush together.
Number 23, Aeschylus Stan account says, today in Amusing Middle English, I came across an adjective meaning noble or lovely or beautiful. It can also mean, in various contexts, graceful, lush, splendid, mirthful, or majestic. The adjective in question is wonk. I want to spell that out for you so you could kind of understand how ridiculous it is. WLONK.
Oh, Wallonk. Cool.
Yeah, wonk. And then Rowan Jupiter writes, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Where's Riddle?
You may riddle that. Okay, that was the last one out of 23. Well, Jesse, why don't you start us off here with the rating here? I thought it was a wonk, totally, right?
It was pretty Wallonk. I'm going to give it a 20 out of 23 Wallonks.
How do you even... I gotta look up how to pronounce this word. Alice?
I give a 19.
19. I'm gonna say 21. I liked it a lot. So I found the official definition of wonk. Of a person distinguished by birth or character, noble, also physically beautiful, fair, or handsome. Also as a noun, a person of noble character. Of an animal, graceful and fine. Of a season, a meadow, etc., exhibiting natural beauty. Lovely, splendid. Of a root or plant, flourishing, lush. Of clay, rich in moisture. Basically, it has a million different definitions depending on what the hell you're talking about.
But why does it sound like a sound effect?
Wonk. Batman punches you and it goes wonk. I can't think of how that... It doesn't say how to pronounce it, though.
Next emote.
That's our name. Let's see if I can find out how to pronounce it. And then we'll move on to the next list. How to pronounce long. Let's see.
Wollunk.
It's Wollunk, apparently.
Wollunk.
Wollunk. Okay. So also from Pleated Jeans, here I have 30 know-it-alls who think they know their history.
Well, actually,
yeah. All right, number 1 here. Richard Cooper writes, why do women train for ripped abs? It's because they want to look like men. Truthfully, it's gross. Lips, tits, and hips. Men are simple. We want the classic beauty of a feminine hourglass shape. At no time in history did men ever want women with ripped abs. And then James Fell writes, hi, historian here. I'm comfortable in saying that at no time in history have women ever wanted you.
ooh,
Got him!
gonna need some topical cream for that.
Yeah. All right, number 2. So this headline says, Dear Atheists, how is it that cavemen survived the asteroid but the dinosaurs didn't? And then...
That's the satire.
Yeah, and a comment here. Social distancing. They stayed 65 million years apart.
Ah,
Womp,
good.
womp, womp. All right, number 3. This one's from Twitter. But you literally just judged all Nazis as assholes. Wow. Imagine saying that's a bad thing. My grandfather, my grandmother, and their families and friends were all involved with the party. Oh, wait, a capital P on that, too.
Oh.
They're also some of the kindest, most wonderful people I've met, yet you've already judged them based on a group generalization. So then the person replying says, I'd love to introduce them to my great-grandparents, but they were gassed in concentration camps. I'm sure they were great, though.
Yikes.
Oof, man. Imagine trying to defend Nazis. Damn.
You just can't.
No, it's not a thing. Oh, God, this one has Charlie Kirk in it. All right, number 4, Charlie
Small
Kirk here.
face.
Yeah. He says, small face, large head, though. It's weird. Burning an American city to the ground won't bring back George Floyd. And then Leonardo Jacobs here says, bombing Middle East countries won't undo 9/11.
Ayo.
Yep. All right, number 5. Let's see. People say, well, what did people do before vaccines, antibiotics, and pasteurization, as if that's an argument for going natural? They died, Carol. A lot of people died. That is how it
Mistakes
worked.
were made.
Yeah. Number 6, so Neil Clark here says, if masks were necessary for our survival as a species, we would have evolved one by now. Oh, yeah, just a mask popping up on your face. That makes sense, right? We haven't. We have noses and mouths. We have airways. It is not natural for people to go around with face masks or in their general life. And no amount of government propaganda can change that. And then Sean here says, Neil, do you wear shoes?
Uh-huh. Or gloves?
Yeah. That reminds me of somebody who was like, they were trying to argue against, like trans people existing, saying that, oh, God doesn't make mistakes, and this and that. And I was like, I just had to point out, like, dude, you're wearing glasses.
Yep.
Yeah. Like, come on. All right, number 7. This was posted by NPR. It said, a century ago, California banned Native American tribes from their traditional practice of controlled burns. Now officials say reducing the risk of wildfires means restoring good fire, much like the state's tribes once did. And then Alex Barry says, oh, so the people who lived there for centuries knew what the fuck they were talking about? Imagine that. Makes sense.
Go
right?
figure.
Yeah. No wonder California's always in flames, right? Number 8, Calder Robinson here writes, the Black Plague disappeared without a vaccine, just saying. And then Dana Schwartz says, it killed a third of Europe. So there is that. But it just disappeared, right? No big deal. Oh, God. The savagery.
Yikes.
All right. Number 9, Mazen Kali here writes, irony is telling people go back to your country while flying the flag of a country that doesn't exist. In the country that defeated it, referring to these assholes with the Confederate flags.
Oh, God.
What I don't get is people that fly that like outside of the South. Like,
Yeah. Like, well, June used to see it in Ohio.
I've seen it like in
Yeah.
Montana.
It's Montana. Wow, that's wow. That wasn't even a state back then, was it? I don't think it was. Hi,
I'll
Sarah.
check.
All right, number 10, Vernon Jones writes, I wish people recognize the death of Jesus Christ as much as they do George Floyd. That's all I have to say. And then Reverend Dr. Chuck Curry writes, Christian minister here, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Good question, right? Oh, dear. Well, this is a list of bad takes in a way, Sarah. Number 11, this one's all names are blanked out. It says, why are the world wars called the world wars when it was only a bunch of white countries beefing over who gets to control and fuck up the world the most? Why does everything white suddenly become the world? And then somebody replies, oh, yes, the world wars were white. Remember the white countries, Japan, China, Egypt, Libya, Morocco, Iraq, Brazil, the Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam, Burma, and Ethiopia, and the world war is so white.
You white.
You white. Good night, sleep tight, you white. Number 12, there's some pictures of some fucking guy? Oh, wait, that's Rami Malek in a movie. I don't know what movie it is, but he's like got like this sort of like a pharaoh type garb on, right? And he's saying, with threads like these, I can't lose. And then some fucking person says, okay, but why is there a white guy playing an Egyptian? The person thinks Rami Malek is white. And somebody says, please tell me you're joking. That's Rami Malek. He is Egyptian. Oh, it was Night at the Museum? I didn't even know he was in that. I've never deigned to watch it, to be honest.
I've avoided those on purpose.
Yeah, they didn't look very good. So this person on Facebook writes, my point was that the plague disappeared without a vaccine. This again, huh? And then this person says, yeah, because people died, you uneducated potato.
That's only potatoes.
That is an insult to potatoes, isn't it? Like, potatoes are wonderful.
And useful.
Yeah.
Many different uses, unlike this person.
Oh, Barrel, you'll like this because this person's name is Peter Sweden. Like, his name is Sweden.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah, yeah, and he says, white people... Oh, God, no. This is the worst take ever. He writes, white people abolish slavery. How come we never hear about this?
Yeah.
Didn't we kind of make it happen?
Yeah. And then Dolan Dark writes, who else was going to do with the slaves? Fantastic. Okay, so this one, number 15, this is from, it starts with AOC, saying, tell me you've never read the Bible. Oh, wait. That's the reply. I hate the way Twitter does this. So Charlie Johnson starts with, Marjorie Taylor Greene says COVID is a bioweapon because God would never create a fatal illness that harms people. And then AOC says, tell me you've never read the Bible without telling me you've never read the Bible. Yeah, wasn't, I will visit a plague upon you sort of a thing that God would do just when every time he was kind of ticked off?
Or just flood the planet.
Yeah. Well, that was extremely ticked off. But minor ticked off, just, plague of whatever, locusts, disease.
Locusts, yeah.
Pestilence.
Wow. So, this is from the official Ukraine Twitter that posted this picture of, like, Hitler as, like, Putin's dad, like, giving him, like, the I'm proud of you, son, pat on the cheek. Yeah. It's accurate. And then Tim Young writes, listen, I'm no international conflict expert, but I'm pretty sure memes aren't the way to go when you're being invaded. And then Eli says, the fact that political cartoons are being called memes really shows that y'all don't take history serious in high school. It's true, though, right?
Very true.
All right, let's see. Number 17. Oh, my God. There's a group called Christians Against Dinosaurs on Facebook.
I'm in that.
I feel like I want to join just to see what the fuck's going on. You're in that, Alice?
I all can. I am in.
Wow. All right, so this person writes, so if dinosaur bones have been kept untouched for millions of years underground or in such great condition, why do museums need plaster and wires to keep them together? Did the dinosaurs also need plaster and wire? And then somebody says, hey, your bones wouldn't stick together on form if your flesh was gone. And then the original poster writes, do you have proof of that claim?
Ugh. I don't like that connotation.
Dinosaurs against Christians who are against dinosaurs.
That's a way better group, I bet.
I'll invite you to that
Send them
one.
to Jurassic Park.
All right, number 18. So Zelly here on Twitter writes, despicable rewrite of history. The First Nations people agreed to move to different areas to make room for new settlements. And then a reply, the Trail of Tears is erased. Your children's textbooks are not teaching history. All parents should care. All school boards too. Can you imagine actually teaching kids that? Like, yeah, they just agreed to just move elsewhere.
Yeah,
They were just really nice.
Yeah.
Went over that way.
Yeah, they totally didn't get murdered, right? Number 19, this is from Ask Reddit. Do people outside of the U.S. celebrate the American Independence Day, 4th of July? Why or why not?
What?
And then somebody says, why would they? It does look like Quora, but it's Ask Reddit. And then somebody else says, do you guys in America celebrate Red October Revolution? No, what's that? Oh, Moogle saying.
I kind of celebrate Canada Day really quietly now.
Well, you are Canadian. I mean, you might live in America, but you are Canadian.
True.
You're allowed to celebrate it as loud as the fuck you want. You can go out there paint a fucking maple leaf on your dick and helicopter.
Oh, I should do that.
You
It's
should
coming
do
up.
that, yeah. All right, so this one, Brian Mast says, happy birthday to the U.S. Navy, to the men and women who serve to keep our waters safe. We thank you. And a picture. And then Dave Brown says, that's the Russian battlecruiser Pyotr Veliki.
Whoops.
Oops. Number 21, Monica Crowley posts a picture of herself. It says, at the Berlin Wall last week, walls work. I remember this post.
Oh no, I remember that too.
Yeah, it's one of the worst
What
takes I've
happened?
ever. Because she was caping for like Trump and the idea of the border wall on the southern border, and she was saying, "Oh well, the Berlin Wall worked real great."
It came down.
Well, parts of it did.
Yeah.
You know, the concept of it came down more than the actual wall.
Right.
Okay, so number 22, Philip Bump here writes, Trump says the pandemic of 1918, which he says occurred in 1917, ended the Second World War, which ended in 1945.
What?
That's our former president for you.
I mean,
Wow,
remember when he said that
okay,
airports in Revolution War?
all the names in this are blacked out, number 23, but let's see. This person says, I need feminism because when Jesus does a magic trick, it's a goddamn miracle, but when a woman does a magic trick, she gets burned at the stake. Wow, that's a good way of putting it, actually.
Yeah.
So somebody replies, fabulous, and then somebody else replies, I mean, they did also kill Jesus. Okay, that's fair. That was a pretty significant thing that happened. Like, I understand where you're coming from here, but they did kill him. Like, okay, that's fair.
That's not why they killed him, though.
No, they killed him because he said he was God.
He's a threat to the Roman Empire.
You know,
like,
and
we can't have this.
Yeah, he was getting a following. You know. So, number 24. This person writes: axe invented in 6000 BC. People in 6001 BC, and it shows this picture of a little girl punching the shit out of a tree.
Minecraft.
Yeah. And then somebody had to correct. It would actually be 5999 BC because it's the other direction.
Yeah.
Number 25, Els Ren's bitch writes, Picasso died in 1973. No one fucking talked to me. I thought this man lived in 1500. Just think of it, Picasso, if he had hung around for 4 more years, he could have seen Star Wars. Now that's scary.
That's
Jimmy
crazy.
Carter.
Yeah. Number 26, Amy J here says, historic... Wait. Okay, what? All right. So I don't know what the origin is, but she's replying to something that I can't see. She writes, historically Native Americans, but okay. And then Greg Poff writes, yeah, Vikings were here before them, so... And then General Burke says, Vikings, 1000 AD versus Native American ancestors, 13,000 BC. So you're nearly right. By, 14,000 years, give or take.
Missed it by that much.
Yeah. Number 27, Phil Lester here, which is a terrible name, says, I was what? I was sat in the cinema. This guy's grammar? I was sat in this... Barrel, are you Phil Lester? Did you write this? I was sat in the cinema about to watch 1917, and the person next to me asked their friend what year the movie was set in.
2.
I mean...
That's right. Yeah, I mean, it is the title of the movie, right? Like, wow. Oh, here's a terrible take. This guy, it says it's from Lad Bible. It says Instagrammer 22 says learning about World War II is bad for kids' mental health. You know what's worse for it? Reenacting it.
If you don't know the past, you're doomed to repeat it.
We already are, so. Number 29, this guy named Brandon posts this picture. It says, the image they don't want you to see, a 1G cell tower during the Spanish flu pandemic of 1918.
No, it's true.
Wake up, atheist.
It's an oil well, by the way. Number 30, Ray here writes, people forget Christ and Mary were real people who had living bloodlines, which would still exist today. Anyone from these bloodlines would obviously carry the same facial features, eyes, eyebrows, nose, and lips, etc. With Kaylee McCanney from Fox News, it's amazing how easy it is to see. Wow, that was almost a palatable post.
Wait, what are they saying?
Trying to say that this Fox News host is like descended from Jesus or something?
What?
Is there a resemblance? Like,
well, I don't know. I haven't seen Jesus recently, so...
Really? Oh, come on, man.
Yeah. That was the last one. Thank fuck. Out of 30, I give that a 12 for damaging my brain cells.
I give it a 1917.
Yeah. A 19 and a... So an 18, in other words. Jesse?
Yes.
I just give it a 17.
There
I
you
don't
go.
need a 19.
You don't need 1917. Oh my god. All right, I have a few more, but Alice, I want to do your list.
All right.
We have suffered psychic damage.
My list is top 5 GameCube exclusives. Number 5.
Wait,
Odama.
hold on. I thought you said they weren't exclusives.
Yeah.
No, I was saying, I was like, that was
Deep breath.
I just decided to other list I made.
Oh, so you're switching it out. You're switching it out the last second here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, top 5 GameCube exclusive. Okay, so Adama. I actually have that game. Isn't that pinball war game? With
Yeah, that's a crazy genre.
and it came with the microphone? Okay.
Number 4, Super Smash Bros. Melee.
Totally, yep.
Very good.
Many hours
Lots of
put into
gameplay.
that one.
Number 3, F-Zero GX.
I wish that wasn't exclusive. I wish we got a nice HD port of that.
Oh, that'd be beautiful.
Yeah.
Number 2, Fire Emblem Path of Radiance.
Oh, that's another one. Like, don't you think that Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn could be like a 2-pack, remaster? All right. Oh, and High Eighth.
And number 1, Paper Mario Thousand Year Door.
Totally.
Such a good game.
Also needs a nice HD widescreen remaster, just saying. Yeah, 5 out of 5. Yeah.
4 out of 5.
It wouldn't necessarily... I wouldn't put Odama on there, but I like that you put it on there, because whoever thinks about Odama? You made me think about Odama.
I was trying to keep it
Exclusives,
cut
yeah.
there.
Barrel says Pop is a drank. I think Barrel's a drank right now. All right.
little drink there.
All right, let's go into some of these submitted lists. I do have more lists, but I want to make sure we get some submitted lists in here. So we'll sort of kind of alternate here. Let me go over to the List Critics channel here. And
You must submit.
well, right here from 8th, we have the top 10 Pink Floyd songs from UltimateClassicRock.com. And I feel we need to do that.
Sounds pretty definitive. Ultimate classic rock.
Yeah, I mean, you would trust somebody called Ultimate Classic Rock to come up with the top 10 Pink Floyd songs, I hope, right?
Hopefully it's not mid.
Okay, so, Alice, what is your top Pink Floyd song?
Us and Them currently.
Us and Them, that's a good choice. Jesse, what would you say?
Wish You Were Here.
Oh, good choice. I mean, mine would be Echoes, probably.
Uh,
Let's see if any of these are on here. So, number 10, Astronomy Domine, which, I mean, that was from their first album, and they were still playing it live, even on their last tour. So,
oh man,
it goes to show how cool of a song that was, you know.
and it's standing the test of time.
Yeah, they would come out like on the Pulse tour and play Shine On You Crazy Diamond, and then immediately go into Astronomy Domine, you know. 8th says Set the Controls for the Heart of the Sun. That's a good one. Set the controls for the heart of the sun. Number 9, Have a Cigar. It's a weird one. I mean, it's a good song. It's just the vocals are weird on that. You know, I don't know who sang it. It wasn't somebody in. Oh no, I'm thinking of Welcome to the Machine. Never mind. No, Have a Cigar was David Gilmour sang that. Never mind. Yeah, it's a good one. Have a Cigar is good. Number 8, Brain Damage. I assume that they're including Eclipse as part of that because you can't play them not, you know, like one and not the other. Brain Damage is spectacular.
Maybe it'll be the next one.
Number 7 is Echoes.
Oh,
my personal favorite. I mean, Alice has a meme about Echoes where it's like the first 8 minutes is a guy like crying in the corner, and then the next like, you know, 6 or 7 minutes is they're grooving, and then the last part is the guy crying in the corner again.
A lot of crying.
Yeah, well, it's a
And a lot of grooving.
Yeah, a lot of grooving too though. The middle part's like fucking funky. Number 6 is Money, which and that got stuck in my head because the word money was the Wordle word a few days ago. You know, Sarah says in the middle of the jam they need to find more LSD and then they jam out.
I wonder if the Wordle of the day will ever be Wonk.
Wonk? Oh wow, I hope not. That would be very hard to get, right? Number 5 is Another Brick in the Wall Part 2. I mean, that's classic, right? You know,
Very classic.
We don't need no education. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Number 4 is Shine On You Crazy Diamond, which just, yeah. That one hits you right in the feels, especially if you know like the story behind it, you know, and about Sid and everything.
Yeah.
That whole album, Wish You Were Here, is a punch in the feels anyway.
Yeah.
Number 3 is Time, which is Time will give you an existential crisis if you listen to the lyrics too closely. But
and the guitar solo in the middle.
Oh yeah. Number 2 is Wish You Were Here.
Hey.
Yep, there you go. That's a sad one.
Yeah, it
like
is.
it's about Sid, but it's also about anybody who's not with us, you know.
Yeah, you can take it universally.
And their number 1 pick is Comfortably Numb.
Of course.
Yeah. Good. I mean, yeah.
Certainly the greatest guitar solo of all time. Yeah. Yeah. So, out of 10, this is a rough one though. And Barrel says Time is a rough one if you're on acid. The clocks feel like they ring forever.
All day.
That would be rough. Yeah, just think, you know, it's just, yeah. I'm gonna give it a 9.
I'm gonna give it an 8.
8.
Number
Jesse?
9.
Number 9. Number 9. Number 9. Number 9. Yep. Okay, what else we got here? Let's see. So Manic Scarecrow, formerly known as the Almighty Santa, back in 2012, sent me his top 100 favorite games.
Wow.
And he has revised it for... He meant to get this in April because it was the April of 2012 episode. It was going to be the 10th anniversary of this list.
Shit.
But it's the 10th anniversary plus 1 month. And I have here his revised top 100 games ever. So I'm going to read them 10 at a time. I'll read 10 and then we'll comment, okay?
All right.
All right. Number 100, Star Ocean. Number 99, Samurai Showdown. Number 98, Ark the Lad. Number 97, Blue Dragon. Number 96, Ultima 4 Quest of the Avatar. Number 95, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Number 94, Fatal Fury 3. Number 93, Final Fantasy Adventure. Number 92, Shining in the Darkness. And number 91, Super Meat Boy. So a lot of RPGs and then like Tony Hawk and Super Meat Boy, right?
Yeah.
And Samurai Showdown.
Never actually played Blue
Fatal
Dragon.
Fury.
Wasn't that on the DS?
There was a sequel on the DS. The original was, I think, Xbox 360, wasn't it?
Oh man.
Yeah, Akira Toriyama worked on that.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Dragon Ball guy.
Yeah, and I believe it was also the original was developed by Level 5, who had done Dragon Quest 8 and 9.
Ooh.
And later on Ni no Kuni, but we try to forget about that.
Oh.
I'm sorry,
It's-
Ni no Kuni just bothered me. I tried so hard to like it, but
It was mid at best.
it was extremely mid, and that ending was whack. Like we'll get to like the end of some like one of those NES games like Ghostbusters where it's like congratulations, and we're like still a better ending than Ni no Kuni.
You are a winner.
Wow.
Yeah, all right. Number 90, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Number 89, Soul Calibur 2. Number 88, Final Fantasy Legend. Number 87, Mega Man. Number 85, Dead or Alive. Number 85, Legendary Axe. Number 84, Metal Slug 2. Number 83, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the NES game. And number 82, The Adventures of Lolo 2. And number 81, Mega Man 11.
Man, just all
Yeah.
over the map
Very,
with this.
very classic feel here, like old series, new games from old series.
I'm
Yeah,
not
like he
familiar
went
with
he went
Lolo.
Mega Man,
Yeah.
and then he went Mega Man 11. Like what a jump!
Yeah, I mean, I don't have much arguments here.
I'm not familiar with
Yeah.
Lolo, so
You're not familiar? Oh, it was like a puzzle game on the NES. We push blocks.
Action
and stuff.
action puzzler, yeah.
Yeah,
but
well, vaguely.
Breath of the
action
Wild,
puzzle.
Breath of the Wild, pretty low on the list.
Well, I
All
mean,
things considered.
hey, getting on the top 100. You know, after there's been so many
That's
classic
true.
games.
That's
you know.
true.
Okay, number 80 is Final Fantasy Legend 2. Number 79 is I spelled it wrong, but Perfect Dark Zero. Number 78, Call of Duty. He says PS2, so I don't think that's. I think that's the spin-off. Number 77, Mortal Kombat 4. Number 76, East 1 and 2. He says TurboGrafx, so that does put him as one game. Number 75, Twisted Metal 2. Number 74, Medal of Honor. Number 73, Commander Keen, Goodbye to the Galaxy and the Doomsday Machine. Number 72, Metal Slug 3. And number 71, Street Fighter 5.
I don't know. I'm having
I-
trouble trying to judge these lists just because it's so
It's
unbelievably varied.
The issue that I have is including Perfect Dark Zero.
No
yeah,
good.
that's
It's average.
mediocre.
It's not amazing. It's mid. You know
Maybe it holds a special place somehow.
It's not that it's a bad game, but after going from the original Perfect Dark to that, it's like, whoa, boy, did they drop the ball.
Got some weird mechanics.
Yeah. They went a little too far away from what made Perfect Dark so fun. All right, well, number 70 is Donkey Kong 64. Number 69 is Strider. Number 68 is Mortal Kombat. Number 67 is Adventures of Lolo 3. Number 66 is Final Fantasy 3, the NES one. Number 64 is Art of Fighting. Number 63 is Sonic & Knuckles. 62 is Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. And 61 is Ninja Gaiden 2.
Oh, Majora's Mask's much higher than Breath of the Wild. I like that. That's interesting.
I wasn't huge on Majora's Mask, to be honest, but
I'm all about
Yeah.
Majora's Mask all day.
I'm not sure about TK64. That's not a really good. It's not very good.
I think it's good. It's just a little too long for its own good.
It's so
It's just
tedious with the
padding.
collectathon.
Yeah.
Collectathon. Ugh.
I don't have any major issues here, but I just thought of something, Alice. Adventures of Lalo. Instead of Lolo, we should have Lalo, right? Instead of shooting eggs, he just shoots people in the face. He's a character from Better Call Saul.
Ah.
Yeah. All right.
Salamanca.
Lalo Salamanca. Lalo's his nickname. His name is Eduardo. Number 60 is Bubble Bobble. Number 59, The Simpsons Road Rage. Number 58, Dungeons of Dreadmore. Number 57, he writes Warrior, but Dragon Quest II. Number 56, Star Fox. Number 55, Shining Force. Number 54, The Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap. Number 53, Turok 2. Number 52, Suikoden 3. And number 51, Mega Man 6. Lalo never skips leg day. I mean, okay, I just finished Suikoden 3, and no, it's not.
So repetitive.
It's fine, right? It's not a bad game, but like after playing 1 and 2, it's such a letdown.
It's very repetitive.
Yeah, it is repetitive. It's a bit long. And
I'm fascinated. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I'm fascinated why Minish Cap is higher than Majora's Mask. I know I'm kind of picking out the Zelda games.
Yeah.
That's kind of I know what side my bread's buttered on. So
I've actually not played Minish Cap, so I can't really comment on that.
It's good. It's fun. Collecting the kinstones can be aggravating sometimes, but I'm just wondering, what is it that Manic Scarecrow found in Minish Cap that was superior to Majora's Mask? I'm just interested.
Maybe just Dreadmore. Yes.
I was just going to bring that up. It is an indie game. I played a lot of it.
It looks cool.
It's a dungeon crawler for Steam that it's sort of this tile based thing, and it's a lot of fun. Like a lot of
Dreadmore.
Less like that and more like how do I explain it? Because it's top down, and it's sort of like, imagine if Binding of Isaac was turn based. If that makes sense. It's a really good game. All right, well, number 50 is Final Fantasy. Number 49 is Castlevania Bloodlines. Number 48 is Streets of Rage. Number 47, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Number 46 is Call of Duty 3, which he writes PC. Call of Duty 3 was not actually on PC. 45 is Super Mario Sunshine. Number 44 is Wolfenstein 3D. Number 43 is Ninja Gaiden. Number 42 is Final Fantasy Legend 3. And number 41 is Mortal Kombat 3. Mortal Kombat 3, not Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Interesting.
Maybe that's the one that they had growing up, and they didn't have Ultimate.
Well, they wrote arcade, so...
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing, like, really weird here except for Call of Duty 3. They wrote PC with a question mark. I'm like, well, that one wasn't on PC, so...
I wonder if that'll be the only Streets of Rage that we see, because, I mean, Streets of Rage 2... Streets of Rage, the original, is great, but Streets of Rage 2, they're so much better.
Honestly, I think whether you like the first one or second one is kind of like a matter of taste, I think.
Oh, okay. That's fair enough.
That's my personal input there. Okay, number 40 is X-Men, the arcade one. 39 is Twisted Metal. Number 38 is Diddy Kong Racing. 37 is Wipeout. 36 is Mega Man 2. 35 is Castlevania. 34 is Super Mario Kart. 33 is Mortal Kombat 2. 32 is Secret of Mana. And 31 is Okami HD. All right, I gotta address the elephant in the room here. Secret of Mana fucking sucks.
Oh!
All right, it's a few good ideas stretched out into a horribly long slog with bad gameplay. The only good things about it are the graphics and the music. There's barely a story there.
A lot of old classic stuff in the this thing here in these 10. Like, welcome to die.
X-Men. I am Magneto, master of Magnet. Is Mortal Kombat 2 really better than Mortal Kombat 3?
No.
Because like, especially the arcade version, like Mortal Kombat 2 was rough to play because like
Cheap.
Yeah, it's just mad cheap. All right, let's see. Number 30 is The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth, because he doesn't have the latest expansion. 29 is Legend of Zelda 2 Adventure Link. Number 28, Final Fantasy IV. Number 27, Doom, the 2016 version. Number 26, Pokemon Gold, Silver, Crystal. Number 25, Super Mario Brothers. 24 is Street Fighter 3. No specifications as to which version. I'm going to assume Third Strike. Number 23 is Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Number 22 is Oblivion. And number 21 is Dragon Quest 3.
I love that Zelda 2 is higher than the other Zeldas.
So far, right? There might be more Zelda.
So far,
yeah.
right?
Binding of Isaac is like top 5 for me.
It's so good. It's
Yeah.
endless fun.
Yeah.
Endless.
And I love Oblivion, but that's too high.
That is too high for Oblivion. Oblivion's like in the 70s or something. You know what I mean?
Maybe we'll find Skyrim further on.
I would hope
Or
so.
Morrowind.
Props for Black Ops 2 is an interesting one.
Odd Blops.
Yeah, Blops 2 is fun. Great story. Not as good as 1 or 3 in terms of the story mode, but pretty damn great.
I can't speak on them.
Yeah. Oh, you would love them. It's all Cold War shit. All right, number 20 is Final Fantasy V. 19 is Sonic the Hedgehog 2. 18 is Final Fantasy Tactics: The War of the Lions. Just streamed that recently. Number 17, Mario Kart 64. Number 16, Mega Man 4. Number 15, Super Street Fighter 2. Number 14, ActRaiser. Number 13, Final Fantasy 7. Number 12, Morrowind. And number 11 is Grand Theft Auto 5.
No
Hey,
complaints
Morrowind. There you go.
Oh, Manic has specified Vanilla Street Fighter 3, so you're talking about new generation, huh? Nobody played that. It was good, though. It was good. It was a good game. I had it on the Dreamcast.
Is a good game. Is a good game.
Third Strike was the version of Street Fighter 3 you want to play.
It's addictive.
Final Fantasy Tactics is top 10 for me. You know,
Morrowind's top 10 for me.
It's a game.
Yeah, Morrowind. Yeah, definitely. I just recently replayed Tactics on stream, and it was just a blast all over again. All right, are we ready for the top 10?
Here we go.
Number 10 is Hollow Knight. Number 9 is Mario Kart 8. Number 8 is The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Number 7 is Chrono Trigger. Number 6 is Doom Eternal. Number 5, Skyrim. Number 4, Dragon Quest 8. Number 3, Final Fantasy 6.
Yes.
Number 2 is Doom 2. And number 1 is Dragon Quest 11.
Wow.
It's
What
remarkably interesting how similar the top 10 is to what my top 10 would be. There's a lot of overlap.
Which
Ah,
version of
cool.
Chrono Trigger, though?
What's that?
Which version of Chrono Trigger?
He says DS, which is the
As the
Nice.
best one. I haven't actually played Doom Eternal, but I'm going to.
It must be pretty damn good.
Yeah, but like
liked it.
Skyrim, Chrono Trigger, Hollow Knight, Final Fantasy 6, and Dragon Quest 11 would all be like absolutely on
great.
my top 10. You know,
They're all great.
that's a strong top 10.
Very strong.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I can't even say, oh, what about, like, that's weird, Mario Kart 8, because, like, I've seen Mario Kart 8 gameplay.
Yeah, it's very fun.
fucking phenomenal. I mean,
Looks
yeah.
great.
Out of 100, yeah, I strong list, Manic. I'm gonna give it a 90. Guys,
I'm gonna give it a 87.
87. Okay.
I'll give it an 88.
It's 87. It has a good beat and you can dance to it. All right.
Drive it up to 88 miles per hour.
All right. Excellent job, Manic. And hey, Eddie, what's going on? So that and to answer Eddie's question, that was Manic Scarecrow's top 100 games of all time. Okay, so Alice sent me this list. The most expensive cheeses in the world.
I bet they
Interesting.
suck.
You don't like cheese?
I don't know. Aren't they going to be like weird old cheese or something?
I'm sure they're going to be weird cheese. I don't know if they're going to be old, but it has the prices and everything. All right, so number 10 is Casio Bufala, which costs $43 per pound. So it's Yeah, I guess it's sort of like a hard version of mozzarella in a way. Wow. It looks tasty. Number 9 is Beaufort d'été, which is $45 per pound. This cheese looks like a pie.
Ooh.
In a good way.
Yeah, in a good way. Yeah, like a pie. I don't know, like a cheese pie.
Cheese pie. I wonder.
Yeah, it's French. It's made from raw milk. It says it has a distinctly nutty flavor. And it's got a distinct aroma. Okay, number 8 is Old Ford, which can cost anywhere from $30 to $50 per pound. Which this is a British cheese. You don't think of the British as master cheesemakers, but this is
cheddar.
This is a goat's milk cheese. It says that it's delicate to the touch, and it's buttery and salty when eaten.
Oh,
Sounds
man.
good.
Like kind of like brie, I guess. That's Number 7. I knew that some of the blue cheeses would wind up on here because blue cheese is expensive. Jersey Blue, which is $45 per pound.
Ay, ay, ay.
So this is a blue Swiss cheese.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's a delicious soft blue cheese riddled with blue, white, and gray mold veins. It's a relatively recent artisanal blue cheese, only been made since 2006.
That's all you, man.
Yeah.
Go for wings.
Yeah. Number 6 is Caciocavallo Podolico, which costs anywhere from $40 to $50 per pound. And this is actually made with horse milk. Which is you don't hear about that all that often, right? It's another Italian cheese. Let's see if they describe what it's like. Let's see, aged for 2 to 3 months, blah, blah, blah. Tell me what it tastes like. It's grated over pasta or served with fruit or wine to accentuate its different fruit flavors. It's a fruity cheese.
Fruity cheese?
Yeah. Well, like you could have fruity wine. Like it's like a note of fruitiness to it. Number 5 is Bito Storico, which costs a staggering $150 per pound.
Well, who's buying this?
Rich people.
Oh.
So basically, they have to age this for 18 years for it to develop its full flavor. That's why it's so pricey. Vote. Yeah. Yeah, this cheese can vote. Oh, wow. It's made from goat's milk, and let's see if there's a description of the flavor here. It's complex, and it's got an aroma of grass and hay. Huh, interesting. All right, number 4 is Wyke Farms Cheddar, which is $200 per pound.
Damn.
I love me a good cheddar, but $200 per pound, wow. Wyke Farms. So this is another British cheese. It's got a crumbly texture and will elevate a cheese sandwich to the next level, it says.
It better.
Yeah, for $200, it better elevate your cheese sandwich to the next level and jerk you off.
Yeah, yes.
Number 3 is White Stilton Gold, which is a blue cheese that costs $400 per pound.
Why? Just why?
Stilton cheese is sort of like the go-to, like when you want to reference an expensive cheese, you just say Stilton,
Ah.
Yeah. It usually comes with a bottle of gold cinnamon schnapps as well.
Oh my god. Yes.
And the cheese rind is also made from gold flake.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay, number 2 is Moose. It's just called Moose. It's $500 per pound. The look of it, it looks like brie to me. You can get brie at the supermarket for $20, so I don't know what these people are on about. But let's see. Apparently, the current mayor of New York once said that this cheese is as addictive as crack. Which
Okay.
I don't know if he's admitting that he's done crack.
Yeah.
But it comes from Sweden. And let's see what it says. There's 4 different varieties of it. Let's see. Apparently it's so expensive because it is made from moose milk, and they only lactate during a very small period of the year, so there's a limited window where they can get as much milk as they can to make these cheese. So
500?
Yeah.
It better actually taste good.
It says it tastes kind of like Camembert if you ever had that cheese. All right, and number 1, the most expensive cheese of all time, is Poulet, which can cost anywhere from $600 to $1,300 per pound.
No way.
Yeah. They make this in Serbia and Montenegro. It's made from donkey's milk. Milk from donkeys, they really don't give off a lot of milk. So a very tiny amount of Poulet cheese can be produced each year, which is why the price tag has not only so high, but why it varies so much.
Donkeys, more like P-U-lay.
Yeah. It takes 25 liters of donkey milk to produce 1 kilogram of Poulet.
Whoa.
And the milk is collected exclusively from Balkan donkeys on the Zazavica Special Natural Reserve. It has a complex and rich flavor and a firmer texture, and it's also smoked, which gives it a additional flavor.
Ooh, I like smoked cheese.
Smoked cheese is good, right? You ever have smoked Gouda?
I had some upstairs not long ago.
Good shit, right? Well, these are certainly some expensive-ass cheeses. Now, let me ask you guys, if you had all the money in the world, right, which one of these would you be most excited to try?
Probably that cheddar.
The cheddar. Yeah, me too.
I'd go for the cheddar, yeah.
Either the cheddar or the Bito Storico I would try, but the cheddar, I mean, I love cheddar. A $200 cheddar, I mean.
It's the best damn cheddar.
It better be. Right? It's better cheddar. It'll make you wetter.
Oh, my.
All right, Moogle. I don't really want to do any more David Inc. worst RPG party member lists. The guy is whack. So I'm gonna skip that one, okay? Because I can't do that.
Cup of wax sauce.
All right, I got Barrel's top 10 favorite cocktails though, and Barrel is currently in bartending school, so he certainly learned how to make many of these cocktails. I would imagine.
I'm a fan of drinking cocktails, so this will be
Yeah. Now,
Gigantic.
I should mention that not all of these actually are cocktails. Many of them are mixed drinks, but the nomenclature
pedantic.
tends to get it is pedantic.
Yeah.
There's some differences, but so we'll just say it's the top 10 cocktails and mixed drinks that Barrel enjoys.
Sure.
And he did include not exactly the recipe, but what is in each one as well.
Oh, nice.
So number 10 is the Screaming Orgasm, which contains vodka, Bailey's, Kahlua, and milk.
I've had this and it's delicious.
I try it.
I've never had a Screaming Orgasm drink before. I mean, it with vodka, Kahlua, and milk, and then it's basically a White Russian with Bailey's, right?
Yeah.
But hey, it's still good.
Yeah. Well, I like White Russians, so you just add some Bailey's in there. You're just adding more alcohol, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Number 9 is the White Russian, which is vodka, Kahlua, and milk. And by the way, Beryl, it's not always made with milk. You could make it with cream.
That's even better.
I've had it with cream.
Or half and half if you think the cream is too much. But yeah. It's basically an adult chocolate milk. Like, do you like chocolate milk? Are you an adult? Did
somebody come out with something called adult chocolate milk?
I heard that, but I don't know if it was any good. What the hell, All right, number 8 is how do I say this? Caipirinha. It's lime, simple syrup, and cachaca.
Yeah, it's Brazilian.
It sounds really sweet.
Yeah, I like that.
Sounds really Latino with this lime and the syrup too.
I think it's
yeah.
Brazilian.
Number 7 is the gin basil smash, which Barrel has promised to make for me if he's ever in America. It's gin, simple syrup, lemon juice, and basil leaves.
Yep.
Oh, I try that.
So I've had basil in alcohol before. I've had a liqueur made from basil, and boy, was it tasty. Wow, this name. Number 6 is the Porn Star Martini, which is vodka, passion fruit liqueur, passion fruit puree, lime juice, and vanilla syrup. This sounds like a dessert more than a cocktail, to be honest. Well,
yeah, you're going to need some water after that.
Yeah.
High cloying.
Yeah, it sounds like it would just make you want to brush your teeth. Number 5 is a Bramble, which is gin, lemon juice, simple syrup, and creme de mure.
Sounds good.
Maybe I'd try a sip.
Yeah, I'd try a sip, yeah. Number 4 is the Grasshopper, which is creme de menthe, white cacao liquor, and milk.
Oh, I want that. Yeah.
That's like the adult white chocolate milk, right?
Yeah.
Or them as a drink.
There you go. And Barrel says you also get a shot of champagne with a porn star martini. Is that the porn part? Okay. Number 3 is the apple teeny, which is vodka, apple liqueur, lemon juice, and simple syrup.
I've had that. It is appropriately named.
It's honestly, if I'm gonna have like a sweet sour apple type of thing, I'd rather do like a sour apple mojito personally.
Yeah.
But there you have it. Now number 2. Now this is a pure cocktail because to me the mixed drink is where you have like a bunch of different alcohols and mixers and you find something that works. A cocktail is where you have one alcohol and you dress it up with a bunch of different things. And that's what number 2 is, a Bloody Mary, which is vodka, tomato juice, Worcestershire sauce, Tabasco, celery, salt, pepper, and lime juice.
Classic.
Not for me.
If
Don't
you want
like
to,
'em.
if you want to have hard alcohol for breakfast, this is where you go. Either this or a what's the
Screwdriver.
yeah no not a screwdriver. What's the one that has champagne and orange juice?
A mimosa.
Oh.
What did you say it was?
Mimosa.
Mimosa. That's it. All right.
That's
And
not right.
shock of all shocks is Barrel's been talking about it for weeks now. Number 1, and I actually suggested that Barrel try this as a dirty martini, which is a martini. Because I said Barrel was saying how much they enjoyed martinis. And I said, you should try it dirty. And Barrel says, what does that mean? I said, you pour a little of the olive juice in it. And that's become Barrel's go-to drink. It's gin, vermouth, and olive brine.
Ooh. Ooh, boy.
If you like your martinis and you like your olives, that's like the best drink ever. And nobody cares.
Not exactly
if it's
an olive guy, but I'll throw one in there just for flavor.
I love olives. I mean, I never saw an olive that I didn't like. Out of 10, I mean, the only one in here that I thought sounded gross was the what is that one that I said sounded like a dessert?
Porn star.
The porn star martini. Yeah, I ain't fucking with no damn porn star martini, right? You probably drink it and then you're like, oh, I have chlamydia.
And diabetes.
Taupe. Chlamydia and diabetes, exactly. EB Agent sent me this top 10 greatest songs that never hit number 1, which was posted by listfirst.com. And in each one, it says, like, when this song was number 2, this is the song that was number 1. So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Okay, so number 10 is Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen. Which
No way.
Was barely a single, to be honest, and the only time that it was close to reaching number 1 was actually when Wayne's World came out.
Yeah, it came back.
Yeah, which was beaten out by Jump by Criss Cross.
No.
So, look, for Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody to make this huge comeback and to be beaten by 2 little boys with their pants on backwards screaming jump, jump.
The 90s, man.
90s, yeah. Something like that can only happen in the 90s. All right, number 9 is Kelly Clarkson, Since You've Been Gone. I couldn't give a shit about Kelly Clarkson.
Neither could I.
And the song that
She
beat
stood the test of time.
well, the song Oh, stop it, Gibbs. The song that beat her out was Candy Shop by 50 Cent. And if I'm going to be real here, would I rather hear her or him? I would rather hear him. Come here, Gibbs. No, you can stop that.
Oh, that's been I think I'd rather honestly hear Kelly Clarkson.
No, I'd go with 50 Cent on that one. I don't know if necessarily Candy Shop, but all right. Number 8 is Be My Baby by the Ronettes, which, wow, that's like in every 50s movie ever.
If I cheat the pie.
Yeah. And it was beaten out by Sugar Shack by Jimmy Gilmer and the Fireballs, a song that nobody remembers.
The Fireballs.
Nobody remembers Jimmy Gilmer and the Fireballs. Wow. Their song.
That's my favorite band, so I call that.
Sugar Shack hasn't been in any movies. Like, Be My Baby.
That's their favorite bands.
Oh my God. Number 7 is Louie Louie by the Kingsmen. The song was also super controversial because people were convinced that the lyrics were incredibly dirty, which there really aren't any lyrics. It's a bunch of gibberish.
FBI investigated it.
It's basically Louie, where did you go? Like it's so slurred you can't tell
People
what the
hear
hell
what
they're
they want to
saying.
hear.
Yeah. So
Subliminal.
but listen to this. The song that beat them out was Dominique by the Singing Nuns. It's just, so yeah, nobody remembers that. And
They
but
must have been talented.
Yeah, nobody remembers them, but the Louie is a classic. So, all right, number 6 is wow. This was never number 1. What's Going On by Marvin Gaye was never number 1.
I hate to know what beat it.
Joy to the World by Three Dog Night, which
Yeah, I like that song.
not a bad.
Jeremiah was
It's a bullfrog. Not a bad song, but it's more of a novelty than What's Going On. What's Going On should have been number 1, and Joy to the World should have been number 2. Let's be real. Number 5 is Crazy by Gnarls Barkley. I also don't give a fuck about Gnarls Barkley.
I'm not sure what the song.
But
just wait to see what beat it. Make your call.
Yeah, no, I definitely would prefer Gnarls Barkley over London Bridge by Fergie.
Yep, I'm there. Ugh.
No.
I'll just listen to nothing.
Manic says a Three Dog Night and a very happy Moogle.
That's
All
the
right.
cover band.
Number four is 19th Nervous Breakdown by the Rolling Stones. I fucking
don't know if I know that.
I can't stand the Rolling Stones.
They're annoying.
They are annoying. But I can understand why people might be sore that a song that nobody remembers beat them out for number 1, which is The Ballad of the Green Berets by Sergeant Barry Sadler.
He's a sergeant. You respect him.
Now, Barrel points out that Fergalicious is a fun karaoke song, and I'll agree with you on that.
Yeah,
but that's his...
maybe at least 9% drunk.
Yeah. You have
but it's
to be.
not London Bridges.
No. Number 3 is Nothing But a G-Thang from Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. How is that not a number 1 hit? And the answer is a song... very white people, because the band that beat them was called Snow.
Informer.
That's the song.
Yep.
How is that number 1 and Dr. Dre and Snoop were number 2? Come on.
Licky boom boom down, man. That's why.
Good God. Wow. All right. Number 2 is Chain Gang by Sam Cooke. So that's an old.
I know that?
That's an old one.
I think I know it.
That's an old one. Wow. The song that beat it was Mr. Custer by Larry Verne. I mean,
no.
Yeah, nobody remembers that.
That's a novelty song, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. 1958 was the perfect time to release a novelty song.
9% on the radio.
Yep. All right, number 1 is Baker Street by Jerry Rafferty, which, in a move that I can't explain, was beaten out by Shadow Dancing by Andy Gibb.
That's unbelievable.
That is pretty unbelievable, and that was our number 1. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 because I don't give a fuck if the Rolling Stones didn't get number 1. I'd rather they didn't, but...
I'll give it an 8 out of 10.
I'll give it a 9 as well. 9 out of 10.
All right. Alice, I don't think I really want to do 10 largest crabs in the world.
Understandable.
All right.
Gotta attack their weak point for massive damage.
There it is, the giant enemy crab, right?
Yep.
I like this, though, because I get to make fun of a sad snake there, but...
Oh, no.
Alice sent me the top 10 things that are actually illegal in Wisconsin. Do you remember how Stupid Snake used to send us like a million lists about Wisconsin?
That's why.
Do you hear Alice giggling because they totally did that for a reason?
Yeah.
Well, if you want to see the large crabs list, Barrel, it's in the List Critics channel. I just don't think it's good for the air. I think it's interesting, but I don't think it's good for the show. All right, so number 1, you can't serve margarine at a restaurant unless the customer specifically requests it. Which I've heard this. It has the friggin' dairy lobby is crazy there. They actually made a law where butter is the default. You can't get margarine unless you ask for it specifically.
If you do,
no margarine for you.
Yeah, I mean you have to be Peggy Hillin' it up in there. Number 2, it is illegal to not give a farm animal the right of way on a public road. Honestly, that kind of seems like common sense.
It's just common courtesy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you hit a cow, your car's fucked up.
And
Also,
the cow.
Yeah.
they don't know what's up. They're a cow. What do they know?
Number 3, it is illegal to not base business hours on Central Time. Now, I've heard this one about Wisconsin. Wisconsin is in the Central Time Zone. But what does that mean?
Law.
But what does that mean that you
I
can't, like if you say be here at 9 Eastern, it's still 8 Central. Like, you know what I mean?
That's dumb.
That had to be a law. It's pretty silly. Number 4, apparently adultery is illegal in Wisconsin, which is
Get out of town.
That's pretty nuts.
Don't say a silly snake.
Number 5, it's illegal to produce cheese that is not highly pleasing. Now, this came up on an old list, critics. Jesse, I don't know if you remember, but I said, what is there, like a council of cheese that...
What constitutes highly pleasing as opposed to
Yeah.
tolerable?
Yeah, like, what if it's just pleasing, but it's not highly pleasing?
Oh, yeah.
Pleasing.
Yeah.
What
Number...
if it's too pleasing?
Oh, well, that's highly pleasing, right? Number 6, in Racine, it is illegal to shoot missiles at parade participants. Well, I would
shoot them at the floats.
I would hope so. No, well, I mean, the word missile honestly refers to anything you can toss at somebody, but so it's just a funny wording. Number 7, in Wausau, you cannot throw snowballs.
1984.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. In number 8, in lacrosse, it's illegal to worry a squirrel, which, I mean, that's another sort of archaic. Yeah, right. Mogul, stay out of Wisconsin.
There's a place called lacrosse.
Lacrosse, yeah.
Like the game?
It's two words, but yeah.
Oh.
But if you think about it, it's just an archaic. Worry means to bother, But like, I don't know what constitutes worry, like throwing nuts at his head or something. I don't know.
Getting too close to it.
Number 9, in St. Croix, it is illegal to wear red in public. I don't think that they could literally do that, but okay.
Crips.
What?
Show.
Are they afraid of all the bulls running amok?
No, I think Alice might be closer. They're afraid the Crips are going to show up and shoot you.
No.
Even though,
Both are fine.
It's not in California. But number 10, you are not permitted to go out in public in Milwaukee if you look offensive.
Oh,
I don't
shame
know.
for the silly snake.
Is this oh shit. I think that's similar to the highly pleasing. Who's deciding what motherfuckers are looking offensive? What does that even mean?
No going out with a...
Yeah. Well, that was a list. That was one of the most lists I've ever read. Out of 10, I'm gonna say 6.
I give it an even Steven 5.
There you go.
I give it a 4.
4. Okay, so that catches us up. Let me go ahead and go back to the list that I had saved here. Okay, so I thought this one sounded cute here. It's 25 kids who didn't know the new music they were into was actually old. So it's a lot of like, have you ever had like a kid come up to you and be like, "You ever heard this band Nirvana?" That kind of thing,
Aww.
That, which I think is kind of wholesome in a way. So I thought this would be fun, right? If anyone that has
say the darndest things.
No, I've never heard of anyone having pet raccoons, Eddie. I think they carry rabies, so yeah. And absolutely correct, Ace. Okay, so let's see. Number 1, Jeff Charlotte here posts, few days shy of 50, and when I ask my super goth 13-year-old what they're listening to, they tell me it's a band I probably don't know called The Cure. Oh,
they were a small band. You probably never heard of them.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they're like from the 80s, like a million years ago. Good God. All right, number 2, Nikki here says, my daughter excitedly discovered Nirvana. I saw her soul leave her body when I told her I'd seen them in concert. Oh, apparently all of these are replies to the first guy.
Oh.
So that's interesting. At least so far they all are. Number 3, Unwoman of Gilead says, that's a fantastic name, very topical. Says, I started singing with a song on the radio one day, and my oldest son looked at me with big eyes. Mom, you aren't supposed to know my music. He didn't realize it was my music first. I kind of want to know what song, but all right.
Yeah, what was it?
I mean, Twitter gives you 280 characters now. You could type the song. Number 4, Melissa says, I'm a boomer and I was recently on a large university campus signing young adults up to vote. I told a couple of frat boys that if my generation would boss them around if they didn't vote. That's a good way to do it. One of them said he was a boomer because you guys had the best music and I love the Doors. Well, they just crumble into dust like the end of Indiana Jones at that point, right? Number 5, Mickey here says, literally the last 3 song discoveries by my young kids that they had to share with me are Careless Whisper by Wham, Material Girl by Madonna, and Dancing Queen by ABBA, with bonus Don't Fear the Reaper by Blue Oyster Cult, acting like they did me a favor.
No, not a bad selection.
Yeah, like, I've discovered the 80s, Mom.
And 70s.
Yeah, this in the case of Blue Oyster Cult, yes. Number 6, Joe Beth here says, I felt such glee when my daughter first started listening to the new It band, Fleetwood Mac.
They're the new thing.
Oh, have you heard of this Fleetwood Mac? They're really big right now. Oh,
I heard a
boy.
rumor about them.
Yeah, I heard many rumors. Yeah. Number 7, I complimented a kid wearing a Cure shirt the other day, and I saw in her eyes that she was questioning all of her life's choices. Like, was probably heading home to burn it now that some old mom liked it.
This is old stuff? Ew.
Ew, yeah. Number 9, this is a screenshot. My text convo with my 19-year-old today. They're talking about the Smiths. And that the kid is just like, that's a great fucking song. Not such a fan of the Smiths, but all right. Let's see. Number 9, AMC Boggs writes, one of my undergraduate students walked in wearing a T-shirt. I looked up quickly and said, what does your shirt say? She said, oh, it's a really old band. I don't want to say the name because it's awkward. Sex Pistols. The old awkward band was Sex Pistols. Really old.
Super old, guys.
Yeah. Number 10, Minivan here says, my 16-year-old thought she was the coolest ever and played me this awesome song that turned out to be AC/DC's Big Balls. Her jaw was on the floor when I sang along to the whole thing. Oh, yeah, and The Offspring, too. I had a life before you, kid.
Yeah, we existed before you did.
8 says, imagine a kid, hearing Stevie Nicks sing for the first time and thinking they're somebody new, All right, number 11, let's see. Navy Prism here says, my teen daughter and her girlfriend tried to explain what the Rocky Horror Picture Show was to my husband and I. Oh, God.
I'd love to hear that.
That would have been an amazing conversation. All right, number 12, Jeffel here says, one day in the past, our now 40-year-old daughter came to me, wriggling in excitement. She just listened to music that blew her preteen mind, and to my joy, wanted to share it with me. Dad, she said with an intent look, have you ever heard of a group called Pink Floyd?
Oh, man.
I think he might have heard of one of the top-selling bands ever.
One of the top-selling albums of all time.
Yeah, I know, right? All right, number 13. Let's see. Hello, Sherry says, my 15-year-old son turned down Added Up by Violent Femmes when I walked into his room. He was horrified when I kept singing it word for word.
That's got to be earth-shattering for kids when they see you mouthing along the words
I
like,
know.
wait, what?
I barely remember the Violent Femmes. To think some 15-year-old kid is listening into it. Yeah, it's funny. All right, number 14, Pat here says, had my dad in the car with me in the early 90s when Istanbul was Constantinople came on and my dad knew the words. Had no idea it was a remake of a hit from 1952.
Oh, yeah, that's an old song.
Yeah, I mean, well,
it goes back even further.
I mean, most people do know it from They Might Be Giants, but it goes back further than that.
Oh, yeah.
Number 15, 18-year-old coworker asked me if I'd ever heard of Metallica. I'm 51. Yeah, in high school, child.
Got him.
Ever heard of Metallica? Oh, my God. Number 16, 1998 grad student me, house sitting a 12-year-old girl for 3 days. She has an important question about her boyfriend. He says that Paul McCartney was in a famous band before Wings. Is he lying?
Okay.
Yes.
And they bring up the very real question, how the hell do you know about Wings and not the Beatles? Wham! First gray hair.
Yeah.
All right, number 17. I'm old. My son, however, has eclectic tastes. I asked him what he was looking for on Amazon. He replied a band that I probably never heard of called Cream. Should I tell him?
No.
Ooh.
You should
Don't get
probably tell him to avoid anything with Eric Clapton, but yeah.
Especially Eric Clapton himself.
Number 18. Let's see. This is JP. When Paul McCartney played in Melbourne a few years ago, a guy calls into a radio talkback show to tell listeners his son went to the concert, called his dad afterwards and said he was so cool. He even played the Guns N' Roses song "Live and Let Die."
What? Oh,
which
no.
which was his song first. So,
Yeah.
that is funny. Oh boy! Imagine like showing them the movie "Live and Let Die," right? All right, number 19. This is She Lives Among the Wildflowers. Okay. Haha, I remember when a 15-year-old told me, I've been listening to this band called Garbage. You've probably never heard of them. And I was like, I've literally been listening to that band longer than you've been alive.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh my God. Number 20. Let's see. This is Steve here. My 11-year-old said he had a band he wanted me to listen to that he thought I might like. It was the Smiths.
Again.
They've been around for a bit.
Yeah. Not a fan, though. Number 21, Mallow Fairy says, my 13 to 14-year-old diva is with me in a store. Song starts up on the radio's audio system. Mom, this new artist is amazing. Sweetie, that's not a new artist. Yes, it is. Honey, that's Whitney Houston, and yes, she was amazing. The clerk had to verify. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of fucked up because Whitney Houston's not even alive anymore, so...
No.
Say that she's a new artist is a new level of ignorance, even for a kid. Number 22, this is from Glenn. Not to mention my teenage daughter in the 1990s coming into the lounge when I was playing David Bowie's The Man Who Sold the World and saying, wow, you're listening to a Nirvana track. You know, I'm going to call bullshit on that story because the David Bowie version and the Nirvana version don't sound anything like each other.
Well, yeah, the Nirvana one is unplugged.
Nirvana one uses a guitar. The David Bowie one is all synthesizer. Completely different sound. Number 23, Tracy here says, a kid at the Starbucks drive-thru once mentioned Green Day to me as I'm not sure if you've ever heard of them. I mean, yeah, they only had like a couple of dozen platinum records, right?
Yeah, they've been around.
Small indie band.
Yeah. These three fucking assholes from California, they make a lot of noise. You might have heard of them.
I'm in New Hampshire.
They're in New Hampshire now?
They're not from New Hampshire.
Oh, they're not. Oh, well, yeah. We don't want any assholes making noise out of New Hampshire. Number 24, Ben here writes, this means you have one parenting without even trying. Retire now. It may get even better. Okay. Number 25. Okay. Well, I said they were all replies to a tweet. So, Sean here says, teenage kid pulls up in the car to see my friend's daughter blaring out the Scorpions. I said, great tunes. Love these guys for a long time. He said they're a new band. Dude, the Scorpions started in 1965. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, they're old.
Oh my God. I mean, wow. Okay, that was the last one. That one really blew my mind because the Scorpions are very old. Wow.
They still touring?
Believe it or not, they are.
Wow.
I saw them on what they claimed was their farewell tour, but it turned out to be a bunch of bullshit.
Well, you know.
They said it was the record label's idea to pretend to do a farewell tour.
It's like the McRib.
Glad I saw them, though. Yeah. They come back like the McRib. There you go. Out of, what was this? 30, I think? 25. Yeah. Wow. Some of these were pretty egregious, but in a cute sort of way. I'll give it a 20.
22.
22. What do you say, Alice?
19.
19. Okay, so this one is, I guess there's a cake for every occasion. 21 chaotic cakes.
I've seen those cake making shows.
No, well, these aren't like, like cakes that look like shoes or whatever. I'm talking about cakes for occasions that you didn't know warranted a cake.
Oh boy.
So they have things written
Funeral
on them.
cake.
Yeah.
Your first period.
Well, hey, look, if that
Red
happened,
velvet.
look, I don't have the equipment for that, but I would hope to get a cake if that happened.
That would be pretty
Red
cool.
velvet.
Yeah, a red velvet would be a good choice.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. All right, number 1, this cake says, and I just want to say that this is covered in smiley faces. Sorry for getting you pregnant again.
Then she gets one. Sorry, you're not the dad.
Oh.
Good one.
This one is a big sheet cake. Says, "Thank you for helping cockblock a threesome I didn't want. Sorry, the police got involved."
Holy shit, that's wow. I want to hear the story.
Can you imagine being the person at the bakery that is being told that's what you want to write on the cake? Wow.
Oh my god.
You gotta pay extra for that.
Yeah. Number 3 has a little drawing of a cartoon devil on it, and it says, "Au revoir, mes petits diables."
Goodbye, Miss Devil.
Goodbye, my small devil.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if that's what's happening and you want a cake.
I mean, everybody's got a pet name.
So this is a cake that is shaped like the stereotypical, like coiled up poop. It even has what looks like corn embedded in it. And it written on it, it just says, "Shit, you're old."
It's your old?
Shit, you're old. Like, shit, you're old. Yeah. Like, damn, bitch, you old.
You old as shit.
That's how you get the cake thrown at you.
I know, right?
Oh,
This
no.
one says, wow, it's a birthday cake. It says, "Congrats, you are 1 year closer to dying.
Unless,
Shorter of breath and 1 day closer to death." All right, number 6 says, "Feliz cumpleaños, asshole."
What does that mean?
What I don't know cumpleaños. Años is
Six.
anniversary. Happy anniversary, asshole.
I
Okay.
I fucked up.
Took me a moment. Happy anniversary, asshole. Maybe it's a couple that has like that kind of sense of humor.
Yeah, they rib on each other.
Okay, I love this one. It's a little cake, and the in icing it says, "Respond to the fucking group chat," and a little heart on the bottom. That's fantastic. This one says, what? It says, "Tractors or tiaras? Congrats, Ashley."
I think it's a gender reveal cake.
Oh, maybe.
Ew.
Eh.
Why
not both?
I don't know quite what I'm looking at in terms of the shape of this cake here, because it looks like a kidney with a dick. But it says HBD, or Happy Birthday Laurel, but it's more the fact that it looks like a kidney with a penis. I'm just going to scroll past that now.
Very strange. Hey, there's a cake for every occasion.
So this person made a cake that looks, it says "Happy Birthday, Caleb," but it looks like a Lakers jersey draped on a table with a basketball, and for some reason there's a snake.
Must love snakes.
Oh, it's "Happy
Yeah,
Birthday"? Cumpleaños. Well, it wasn't spelled exactly like that, but yeah, it might have been supposed to be spelled like that. You can't see it, but the fucking the writing was really bad. All right, let's see. This one says, "You're dead to us now. We hope you fail."
Whoa, dude.
You know, if I had known that was a cake that you could get for people, there's someone I would have gotten that for recently. Right, Alice?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I think we all would have chipped in for that cake.
But then again, they get cake.
Well,
that is a pizza.
No. Well, we'd make it like it would be good cake, but it would be like a flavor they wouldn't like. Like,
Vegetable.
yeah, it's carrot cake.
Yeah.
I would eat carrot cake.
Oh,
my
no
god!
raisins. No
So
raisins.
this one just says Garfield, and that picture that is on there, that is not fucking Garfield. It looks like a monster from Quake or something, and it has tits.
Oh my god. What's going on?
And it was listed on like a Facebook like selling thing. Garfield cake, 20 pounds. Yeah, I think you should give somebody 20 pounds as a stipend for throwing that away for you. This person made wow, that's impressive. It's a cake that looks like a bag of Flamin' Hot Cheetos being poured onto a cake, and it says "Happy 20th birthday, Jordan," and a Cheetos logo.
I do love to
Then they get
Cheeto.
Then they get sued by Frito-Lay.
The world's worst drawing of Homer Simpson is there with like horrible bulging teeth and a mohawk. I don't know.
Oh.
I can't imagine. Yeah, it's Bomer Damson. I don't know what situation you need that cake, but it is definitely chaotic. Heathcliff versus Garfield and Mugen. I could see that being a thing.
Yeah.
Barrel would play it.
Number 15. This is oh wow. It's got a gravestone that says R.I.P. Bob, and it says "Over the Hill."
I called it.
Yeah. This one says, "Congrats, 20 years of not being a drunk asshole."
Hey, 20 years of sobriety.
Well, I don't know if it's sobriety specifically or just not being an asshole while you're drunk, but
Oh, okay.
but maybe it is a sobriety cake. I would hope that's what it is. 20 years of sobriety, if you were an alcoholic, is something to get a cake about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the O in asshole is made to look like an asshole. I just should point
Oh,
that out.
perfect. Puckering and everything.
Yeah. This person writes, "I helped decorate a great brownie cake today." Great brownie cake are 3 words that I would not use to describe this image,
Okay.
which I'm going to post in the chat now, if you guys want to see it. Great brownie cake are 3 words that do not belong with this image. Also, decorate doesn't belong with this image either. I'm not even sure what the fuck I'm looking at. Like a map of Greece.
Yeah, what? Ew. Ew.
What is that?
Huh?
Why does it have fingernails? All right, I'm moving
Yeah,
on.
I don't like that very much.
Can I-
So this is cute. It says "the one that got away," which is a weird thing to get. I guess if I don't know, but it's got a bunch of like fishing lures and the fish that are like the little Swedish fish. That's kind of cute. Let's see. Number 19. You are almost as good as chocolate.
Almost.
I mean, don't we all aspire to be almost as good as chocolate?
Chocolate
yeah.
rain.
Chocolate
rain. Number 20. This says, "We're not really your friend." Heart emoji.
Well, that's tragic.
I feel like I could have used that cake too.
Yeah.
Oh, sad.
Number 21 says, okay, this person says, "My request was happy 100th day of school. Add school supplies at the bottom. This is what I picked up. Happy teaching." It says, "Happy 100th day of school." And then they wrote "school supplies," the words on the bottom. Fantastic. Fantastic.
That's good. I mean, they got what they ordered.
Yeah. That was the last one. I don't know. Considering that I have recently had use of 2 of these cakes is kind of scary. But other than
Consolidate them.
yeah, right. I like the shit-year-old one too. That's shit-year-old. I mean, if I got that, I'd probably hurt the person who did that, but still, and then later on admit that it was funny. Out of 21, I'll give it an 18.
I'll give it a 20.
I'll give it a 20 as well.
There we go. All right, so I have another one here that's this is fun. This is former employees exposing dark secrets about the company they worked for.
Ooh.
We have 30
I
of
love
them.
dark secrets.
Yeah. The darkest secrets are the best.
They make the burgers out of Grimace.
All right, so this is from Enyolra. Says, "The first thing you do every day at PetSmart is dump the dead reptiles into the trash. We treated them as well as we could once they were in the store, given our fairly minimal resources, but they're mistreated in transit and often die within a day of arriving at the store. We once reordered a chameleon 3 times because they kept dying. Everyone knew they were too delicate to transport, but head office wanted a chameleon in the store. Most employees aren't aware of this since management tries to sweep it under the rug, but I was the morning custodian. The birds are also neurotic as hell due to sheer mind-numbing boredom, and the rodents bite because they're unsocialized. Elderly hamsters get put in the back room where they'll never be purchased because they make customers sad. At least in my experience, the employees genuinely try to take care of the animals, but it's just not a good environment for them. The cats are okay, though, since they're not actually sold by PetSmart. The company just lends display space to rescue groups and shelters. They're mostly pretty happy and well cared for.
Oh.
You know, the New York State Senate is trying to pass a law right now to actually ban the sale of dogs and cats and I think rabbits as well in pet stores.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're trying to shut down the puppy mills and that kind of thing. Number 2, this he worked at Domino's in college. Oh no. Oh no. Our franchisee. Oh dear. Oh, God. Our franchisee made it a fireable offense to call in sick. If you missed a scheduled shift, it would be considered quitting, and you wouldn't get put on the schedule ever again. As a result, workers would come in to work incredibly ill and still make your food. I once witnessed a coworker begin to make a pizza, stop to go puke in the bathroom, and then continue making the pizza.
Ugh.
That's literally illegal.
But Domino's is my family.
Family.
Oh, that's a thing. All right, number 3. My husband once called in sick. He is an EMT. He was vomiting and could not leave the bed. This is the only time I've ever seen him call in sick. He found out a couple of weeks afterward the higher-ups wrote him up for calling in ill. That company is now being flushed down the toilet. The company has been committing fraud for years, another profession where you don't really want the person caring for you also vomiting on you. You know, I can't even think of a single industry where that's okay.
Made a fetish industry.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well,
that's
you
fair.
know.
That's fair. All right, number 4. I worked at a certain big box store several years ago. At the time, it had a yellow smiley face for its logo. Now it has a weird star thing. So that's their way of selling us it's Walmart.
Yeah.
Anyway, every Christmas they would put out a bin for customers to donate toys, clothes, etc. to low-income children. Everything that went into the bin went back on the shelf. It didn't even have a receipt attached. If it didn't have a receipt attached, we couldn't prove it had been purchased. If it had a receipt, we were supposed to make sure it fell off. Don't donate anything at that store.
That is low.
That's pretty damn low, yeah.
And I worked for them. That was
Yeah,
terrible.
for a long time.
I
yeah.
didn't know about that. Wow.
Yeah. Well, you worked for them in Canada. They might not have been doing that particular fuck shit up there. But
Yeah.
It could also just have been that one store, for all we know.
True. Could have just been a dickhead
But
up
still,
top.
yeah. This is number 5. Ruby Falls is fake. Their waterfall is pumped in. It's artificial. The formations are paint and plastic and styrofoam or occasionally purchases from other caves halfway across the country. They lie about the height of the falls, like not a little exaggeration. They claim it's almost twice as high as it is. Most of the stories tour guides tell you are made up. Unless they have gray hair, their funny quips about past tours are mostly bullshit. The employees are not told any of this and have to piece it together on their own. A lot of management legitimately doesn't know. The tour guides know and don't care, and the ones that do care quit. They threaten to sue employees who ever reveal any of this, even to fellow employees.
If they don't know, how they sue?
I mean, I don't know, actually. That's a good question.
Huh.
8th says a note for you all. IHOP will also happily force cooks and waitstaff to come into work sick. Well, that's disgusting.
That's not good at all.
That's why I'll happily eat at Perkins instead.
Ooh, Perkins for pie.
Yeah, ooh, yeah. Number 6, DuPont killed off an endangered species in an area they wanted to expand. They then laid off some folks who knew they were endangered, and magically the EPA inspector didn't find anything because they had buried up the pits and holes where the frogs had died. Damn.
That's so creepy.
That's a dark secret, huh? All right, number 7. My friend from Panera worked over 40 hours a week, multiple weeks, and her boss would cut her hours at 40 and not even pay her a regular wage for the extra hours. She reached out to corporate about it, and they did nothing. Wow.
just terrible.
Yeah, it's
Like,
illegal
don't
as
they
hell.
regulate this kind of thing?
They try to. All right, number 8. This is way more lighthearted than most, but here it goes. I used to work at a fast casual burger place with a secret recipe barbecue sauce. The secret ingredient was root beer syrup.
Oh,
That's weird.
I wonder.
There it is, though.
I don't think I'm into that.
We gotta find this place.
I do like root beer, so.
I'm not a
I do
fan.
too, but
Yeah.
I don't want a barbecue sauce.
Yeah, that's weird, right? All right, number 9. If you ordered any vodka, Grey Goose, Belvedere, Ticos, Kettle, One, etc., you were getting Blue Ice vodka. Owner of the bar would pour cheap vodka into those bottles. I refused to do it myself, so he would do it. I made phenomenal money there, $350 to $500 a shift, so I never said shit about it. After I quit, I let people know. They were shut down 3 months later.
Oh, shit.
Burn the motherfucker down, huh?
And piss on the ashes.
Why'd you do the one he poured it? Like the ones who do the original vodka, though.
Yeah, maybe they just used up the one bottle and then kept refilling it.
Yeah. They try to make bottles so you can't refill them now.
I've heard about that, yeah. Number 10, when diesel fuel gets spilled in working waterfront, they just spread dish soap. This sinks the fuel to the bottom where it can't be cleaned up, avoiding the Rainbow Slick $10,000 fine and real cleanup. Wow, so it's like sweeping it under the rug, except the rug is the ocean.
That's not good.
That's very not good now. Number 11, I still have copies of emails from our GameStop district manager directing us to sell through all our pre-orders of GTA 4 instead of holding them for the customers that reserved them because he got a commission on total numbers sold.
Well, that's scummy.
That seems like it's only gonna, land you at some very angry people at the store trying to pick up their pre-orders.
Is that same amount sold, though?
I guess that's double dipping in a way, huh? Number 12, this is my best story. I was 18 and a pushover at the time. I wasn't going to argue since I just started working there. At Staples in Canada, we ran out of pencil crayons during back-to-school season. The hell is a pencil crayon? Which was
Colored
not...
pencil.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess that's a Canadian way of saying colored pencil, huh?
Yeah, pencil crayon.
Which was not good for business. Parents want to do one-stop shopping for school. So one of the managers took me to the Walmart at the end of the shopping center, and we loaded up 2 carts with all of their pencil crayons. It gets worse. To eliminate any suspicion and prevent the Walmart managers from stopping us, we told the cashiers we were on a mission trip to Africa. Oh my God. And that these were supplies for poor schools over there.
No.
They believed it. We took them all, stocked the shelves at Staples, and resold them. Looking back, damn, that was some shady shit. Okay, so what I think is, though, like, why did they care to lie about it? Why didn't they just be like, yeah, we're out of these motherfuckers?
We're taking yours.
Yeah, like, do they... Oh, well, we're not going to sell them to you so that you can sell them again. Like, Walmart fucking cares? They don't fucking care.
They get the money anyway.
Yeah. That was a pointless lie. Number 13, most dairy coolers in stores are riddled with mold.
Yuck.
I believe it. Number 14, my first job was at a French bakery. It's a decent-sized chain in the States. A list of their transgressions against humanity. Wow, this is dramatic. Let's see. 1, I watched a pizza come out of the oven and fall topping side down on an unusually filthy kitchen floor. This was on Mother's Day, busiest day of the year for a place like this, so it was scraped up, as instructed by a manager, and tossed back into the oven with a little extra cheese to hide all the crap stuck to it. I was made to serve this to a lovely older lady, and it haunts me to this day. 2, the cow. Holy fuck, the cow. This was what we called a huge fridge-sized milk dispenser that was never cleaned well. One day someone dragged this disgusting bastard out from the alcove it was in, and surprise, surprise, nobody had cleaned under or behind it for months, if not years. There was a several-inch thick layer of spoiled milk with a technicolor carpet of mold across it. Makes my stomach turn just thinking about it, and apparently Alice's as well. 3, at 16, I was given the prestigious position of baking all of the bread, pastries, etc. It was all frozen, and it was not at all uncommon for me to find years-old boxes in the freezer. These were all cooked and served. Now they're transgressions against me. 1, I was sealed in a human-sized proofing oven for about an hour because of a faulty door. It was still on at a low temperature and high humidity, but still... 2, there was an actual oven with doors that opened like a kitchen cabinet, swinging open horizontally rather than open vertically, and it was placed around a corner at a high traffic area. That's great. Well, those doors did not move independently, they were linked, so if you close or open one, the other so if you open one, the other opens. I was leaned way into the fucker, and guess what? Someone closed one of the doors as they were coming around, which closed the other door as well. This resulted in me getting closed in, and it was at about 450 degrees.
Whoa!
I struggled out by pressing the sides of my forearms against the doors, resulting in pretty severe burns as big as 2 computer mice on each forearm. I was made to complete my shift.
I just fucking leave.
3, yeah, right. Boxes in the freezer were stacked way too high, resulting in an avalanche of frozen cookie dough burying me in that bitch. I had to bang on the wall with my foot for about 20 minutes before the saute cook came around and dug me out. Manager didn't give a fuck. Allow me to conclude this by saying that I worked in several other restaurants during my young life and never came across anything that remotely like this again. I have never seen a waiter or bartender fuck with another person's food. As far as I'm concerned, that's a myth. I've never even seen such atrocious cleaning practices anywhere else, not even close. All right, so that's amazing. Yeah, and Eighth brings up a point about
family.
Eighth brings up a point about the previous thing about refilling bottles and alcohol bottles. It's really very illegal.
Yeah.
Number 15, Walmart Distribution Center had a week-long orientation. For about 2 days of that orientation, they gave us reasons why unions are bad and have no place in the company. They told us we would be terminated if we tried to unionize. They pretty
That's
much
illegal.
Yeah, right, well, it is, but yeah, like they give a fuck. They pretty much fed us propaganda materials and treated us like kids. They made us repeat that we understood the situation and the consequences of attempted unionization.
I remember hearing about that during my first week on the job.
Oh, God. So they did the same thing? Like, unions are bad? Wow. Even in Canada, that's... Wow.
I know, right?
Number 16, I worked at a gas station auto shop, and I was told to dump used motor oil in the gravel behind the building because the storage tanks were filled. That's an environmental disaster. Environmental disaster waiting to happen.
Everywhere.
Yeah. Number 17, Comcast spams their own employees asking them to donate money to the PAC to fight net neutrality. Fuck Comcast. I'm glad I was freed.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And Eighth also confirmed they did the same thing to them at Walmart.
They probably did the same to the other person.
Yeah. And Barrel's the opposite. They advertise joining unions on TV in Sweden, and it's nice. So very different. Number 18, I started working as a casual As a casual? You were a casual? What? I started working as a casual in a seafood department of a supermarket franchise a while back. After 2 months, they moved me to full-time. Oh, casual must be how they say part-time.
Part-time.
Yeah. For after that, I was employee of the month and assistant manager, rather. The company asked me if I could relocate to another store to run their shop as manager. I was stoked. Manager at 18, felt good, man. I was there for 8 months, 13-hour days, 6 days a week. I was getting paid $450 a week. I thought something was wrong about that and approached my manager. He said because I'm young and still on my full-time probation period, I was earning less, but once probation was over, I'd be on a higher pay grade. Well, probation rolls past and my pay hadn't gone up. The union came in one day and were chatting to all the staff about the job. I asked them about my pay grade and what I was earning, and his jaw literally dropped. He pulled out his folder and showed me what I was supposed to be earning, which was over double. He backed me up when I approached the head office about it, and despite them trying to pull over everything in the book to avoid back paying me, I ended up walking out of that meeting with something like $7,000 plus a penalty. Oh. Know your worth, people.
Hell yeah.
Number 19, at a movie theater where I used to work, at the end of the night, we would collect all the unsold popcorn and stuff it into these enormous yellow trash bags. I've heard this before. The next morning, yesterday's popcorn was the first to go into the warmer. My boss said the popcorn was fine to reheat and serve for up to a week. We never dated the bags, though. Bags that were not allowed to throw away. We reused them all the time, so there was literally no way to know how old the popcorn was. Not as horrifying as some stuff here, but I thought it was kind of gross. Movie theaters are just gross in general, let's be real.
Yeah,
they're petri dishes. Number 20, worked in a private-owned doctor's office. They would routinely schedule people with government insurance for appointments months out and schedule people with private insurance for much closer appointments the next day even. Also, since that's illegal, by the way. Also, since Medicare and Medicaid won't pay for immunizations and therapeutic injections separately, when they're given during an office visit, they would schedule the patient for another appointment the next morning and give the injection then, thereby allowing them to bill it separately. The thing is, the patient never even knows about this second appointment, and their insurance pays the bills. Good God, that's bad.
That's just underhanded.
The office manager would also sign into the doctor's computers and send in narcotic prescriptions for patients under their names, even though she had no medical license at all.
How?
That's fucked up.
Wow.
So Eighth worked at a theater that was the opposite of that. Any pop that wasn't used by the end of the shift was thrown out, which is what you should do. I mean, yeah. Unfortunately, most of the theaters are like big chains that don't give a fuck. Number 21, went to an Avita beauty school. Every year, Avita does a big recycling cap program, since most plastic caps cannot be recycled. We collected caps for a month, and our clients were really excited to be helping the environment. After the promo was done, the instructors made us grab 3 to 4 garbage bags of caps each, and we threw them into the dumpster of the building next door. Wow, not even your own dumpster. We didn't even use our own trash, probably because Avita can take away their franchising rights if they find any infractions. Also, Avita is owned by Estee Lauder, so there is literally nothing natural about them, and they test on animals.
Oh my God,
Damn.
this is making me upset.
Eighth was the incredibly minor deity of popcorn. That's one hell of a title, right? Okay, number 22. When I worked at the mailroom for the main AT&T facility on the West Coast, the management company Global Real Estate would order TiVos and flat-screen TVs for the 350-plus vacant rooms in the building at the end of every fiscal year. After they were installed the following weekend, all those TVs and TiVos would magically turn up missing. If you look up Global Real Estate, they're up to some pretty shady shit all around the world. I'm pretty sure they're run by the mob. My Italian boss once made a thinly veiled death threat to me over a steak during a Christmas party.
Ugh.
Maybe you shouldn't be talking about this.
Yeah, you better be careful how much you reveal.
All right, number 23. The best I can think of is Burger King gets a lot of its foods from other companies while advertising that everything they make is their own branding. That and none of the stuff we fry are fresh. They're just re-dipped and refried over and over in used batches. Yo, no wonder Burger King tastes like school cafeteria food. It's probably all from Cisco.
Probably.
Number 24, I worked at this awful fucking pet store that sold dogs. We all knew the prices of all the dogs by heart, but if someone asked, we had to pretend not to know, bring the dog out to them to play with, even if they specifically ask you not to, so that they get attached. Meanwhile, I'm in the back with my thumb up my ass pretending to look up the price. Then they're all nice and bonded with the dog. I have to come out to tell them that instead of the 300-ish they were expecting, it would be more like 2,500. Cue tears. Lots of fucking tears. There was all this complete bullshit we had to tell them to justify the price, including that the dogs were registered. Well, I had a customer come back absolutely fucking furious that the dog wasn't actually registered. Turns out what management meant but didn't ever say to us was that the dogs were registerable.
Oh.
That's just one example of a whole lot of shit I put up with there.
It's not registerable.
Yeah. I'm a pretty honest person, as guilt really gets me more than normal, I think, and all that intense lying through my teeth to good people made me extremely depressed, and I quit after only 3 months.
Wow, that's so scummy.
That's why the New York State Senate is trying to pass a law against pet stores.
Oh.
All right, number 25, PetSmart again. PetSmart, which actually normally wasn't as bad as you'd expect, made us take the sick animals to the in-store vet, Banfield, which would be fine, but Banfield only sees cats and dogs, which resulted in a lot of small mammals and lizards getting incorrect medicine and diagnosis and eventually passing away. Though the store I was at realized this, and now they take them to a reptile and small mammal specialist. We also couldn't say no to a sale, meaning many fish went home in bowls, guinea pigs went home in hamster cages, and so on. The breeder that sell us the animals normally sent us the rejects, meaning it wasn't rare for us to get an animal in that was malformed, malnourished, and sometimes even with severe injuries. Also, the hamsters constantly eat each other. I didn't know hamsters did that.
Yeah, I saw it happen once to my cousins.
Oh my God, that's awful. All right, number 26, Arby's is vile. They will sell you sandwiches that are literally roast beef shavings and burnt scraps because they want to save money by not wasting even inedible bits of beef. I was told when I worked there to not waste any meat, even if it meant rolling a pile of burnt skin, rubbery scraps, and miscellaneous shavings into a ball and then plopping it onto a bun. I quit after a week.
A week?
I could have told you that Arby's is gross, and it could have saved you the week. Number 27, when I worked at Subway, the tuna that came vacuum packed said Dolphin Safe, and then one day did not say Dolphin Safe. Then lo and behold, a few months later, back on the package in big letters, Dolphin Safe. Also, we definitely were told to use up stuff if it was only a day or two over the use-by date. So apparently I was wrong about Dolphin Safe. It's still sad that they got caught and killed in with the tuna.
And a comic.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, well, that was the last one.
Ugh, I feel sad now.
I know, we thought it was going to be a fun one, and it was kind of fucked up.
It was one fun one.
Yeah. Out of 30, I got to give that a... what's the most depressing number that exists? 14.
1 is the loneliest number.
14 is... Yeah, but 14 is the most depressing number.
Yeah.
I don't know why, it just is. 8th brings up a good point, though. Dolphins are assholes.
Yeah, I said they had it coming.
Yeah.
I give it an even 20 out of 30.
20 out of 30. Okay, guys. Well, that's going to be our show for the day. I'd love to continue, but I know some of you are going to want to go over to watch Psycho-Pass. So we're going to call it a day. Thank you, Alice, for coming on. We'll definitely have to have you on again sometime.
Yeah, you're great.
I think next month I'm gonna try to see if Kitty wants to do it, because I think that she would be a really good guest host. But let's go over to let's not go over to that screen. Let me go over the schedule with you guys real quick. I know I went over it earlier, but some of the people here weren't at the earlier stream. So this is what's going on for the next week or so. What am I looking at here? I gotta get rid of list critics here. That's not right either, but okay. Get rid of that. Okay, so guys, tomorrow afternoon I'll be playing JoJo's Bizarre Adventure for the Super Famicom. Friday afternoon we got more Breath of Fire 3 for the PlayStation. Saturday night we got more. We're gonna start Suikoden 4 for the PlayStation 2. Sunday night we got Ys Origin for Steam. Monday afternoon, you guys already kind of saw it, but we will be playing Double Dragon 5 for the Super Nintendo. No, it's not a great game, but we'll get through some of it, and as much of it as we can, and we'll also probably play a little King of Fighters 15, let's be real. Tuesday night, we'll be returning with some Ender Lilies Quietest of the Nights for the Steam, and Wednesday afternoon, a week from today, we'll be right back with more Pokemon Fire Red version for Game Boy Advance. Let's go over here and do a raid. Let's see who we have that's available to raid. Oh, look at that. There's Elise. Let's do that. Thank you, Alice. Did you use the command? Because it seems to work better.
No.
Oh. Alright, I'm going to take it off and put it back on, okay?
All right.
Oh, there we go. That worked. Okay, guys. Let's give you guys a raid call real quick. Oh, what is Elise playing? Arcade Spirits, the new challengers.
My favorite vodka, Arcade Spirits.
And it says, return to arcade smooching? What? I'm just going to write Super Kiss Fighter 2 Turbo. Sex Edition.
Boob.
And I'm going to use the bra emote there. Okay, guys, Zero, there's your raid call. Copy that, paste it as we head into Elise's stream. Show her lots of support. She's pretty great. We'll head over there. I'll see you guys on Elise's stream. I'll see you guys on Discord tomorrow for JoJo's. You know, you thought it was going to be JoJo, but it's me, VMX. See y'all later!